I'm your hostess with the mostest, Holly Baglio, broadcasting to you live from Holly Television Studios, right here in my beautiful home garden state of New Jersey, USA. Hello, Nazi America. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Fourth Reich Rising. So, yes, Nikki, I'm not supposed to be here right now, and Nick, I'm going to get back to you, but it's going to take me some time. I will not get back to you in the frame of mind I'm in right now, though, but I will run a video to discuss what is going on, because this is something that I've been struggling with since Tennessee and Maryland of 2019, and actually before that when I was exposed to Newark, New Jersey in 2018. So all of those situations, I noticed that there was something on the inside of me that would happen. Before I get started on my show, Nick, I am going to get back to you. When I call you, Nick, I will block my home telephone number. I hope that your call accepts restricted numbers. If not, we're going to have to find another way to talk. No offense and no disrespect. I just started to have to give out my email to people, and I don't like doing that. And my phone number and my address, they're completely off limits. But I have to get used to giving out my email address, and that for me right there is a huge step in itself. So I do plan on getting back to you, Nick. All right, so as far as the show, what's on my mind? I need to let everybody know right now it's really hard for me to swallow. It's really hard for me to keep down these angry, panicked, aggressive, frustrated, confused, mad, irate, panicked feelings. And the question here is, are they feelings? Are they emotions where I'm reacting to a situation, or what other people are saying to me? And other people are pretty much rude. I can't take this call right now. I really want to take the call, and I can't even talk to the person on the other end at this moment, at this time, and I'm sure that this video is why they're calling me, but they're just going to have to listen, and they're just going to have to understand that this is how I do things. When when my alters come forward, or when there's a highly stressful situation, I normally typically get withdrawn. And there's nothing wrong with being withdrawn. I really don't like the plastic Christians who judge me and criticize me, or the ones that come busting down my bedroom door. Holly, what do you mean you're withdrawn? See, that's Satan. You got to come down and watch the movie Sybil Shepherd with us so we can poke and prod at you and ask you questions of how you went pee-pee in the cage when you were a little girl. So, Holly, you can't be friends with that person. Holly, we're going to invade your privacy, and we're going to try to cater to your little girl altar so we can manipulate and influence the core of you. All right, see, this is what's on the table. Isn't my emotions reacting to a situation and what people are doing? Or is this a straight up altar? And this altar has feelings about the situation she was in, and now she finds herself in current day situations dealing with the same stupidity, idiocy, and the same type of person. It's just a different name, different face, different state that they're in. But it's the same spirit, whether religious spirit or just some spirit that's afflicting and oppressing them. Or are these feelings like, are they a personal defect? Am I just naturally an angry, confused person? That, no. It's not a personality defect. Why I have gotten angry. Let me, set up the scenario for you of why I'm even here, because I'm not supposed to be here right now. Okay. Early, I go out this morning. I go to my second home, so to speak. And I set myself up for the day I'm about to have today. Get everything out, roll everything out, get set up. Then, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and now I'm really full steam ahead, slaving, working my fingers to the bone. And the next thing you know, there's a bunch of people. And, well, not a bunch of people, but, as time goes on this morning, people start coming in, walking in. And they're all like, Holly, what are you doing here? You see it's snowing outside. You really need to go home. You know that if you don't go home, you're going to get stuck on the outside of your driveway. These plow trucks are going to come by. They're going to push snow up against your driveway. You're not going to be able to get in. You're not going to be able to park on the road. What are you doing here? Go home. The plow drivers came in and they were like, Holly, you know what? I'm in a truck and I'm here to tell you to go home. So while this is happening to me, my anxiety is building. And so my anxiety builds, and I think to myself, wow, I feel like I'm blindsided. I feel like I have blinders on. Heavenly Abba, I don't know what's going on with the roads. I can only see 4 roads right now from where I'm sitting, and they're not looking too good. I'm seeing other cars skid. And, Abba, I don't have a wife, I don't have a husband or a brother or a nephew or a cousin or a bunch of strong neighbors that are just sitting around twiddling their thumbs with nothing to do that. I could just call up at the drop of a hat and say, hey, I'm stuck on the side of the road, come get me. Hey, I have a flat tire, I was in a car accident, come get me. Hey, I'm, stuck on the side of the street, I can't get in my driveway, it's not plowed, come help me. See, I don't have those luxuries. I don't have family, I don't have friends, I don't have neighbors that'll come help me if Holly Baglio gets in a car accident on the side of the road. I've got no one to call. I don't have money for AAA for a tow truck driver. I don't even have 2 pennies in my purse to rub together right now. So I can't even buy my way to convince someone to help me. So, here I am at this place saying, Heavenly Abba, this is what's happening. This is my situation. I'm blind right now. You got another set of people coming, you're just going to have to share the Holly. No, dude, I have widespread rheumatoid arthritis and widespread fibromyalgia. I'm happy to help and give a helping hand, a loaning hand, but if you think I can shovel a driveway, you're an idiot. I'm fully disabled with widespread fibromyalgia, widespread rheumatoid arthritis, but let me forget and let me leave out my heart arrhythmias, my high and low blood pressure, my endometriosis, my IBS that's just as bad as Crohn's disease, the Baker's cyst behind each kneecap, and the Baker's cyst in my spine. I just got started. I suffer from migraine headaches. So let me forget that. We'll just focus on the RA and the fibro. So you want me to go out and bust my ass so I can wind up in the ER strapped to some IV with them injecting a whole bunch of morphine in me because you think I should be out there shoveling my driveway? I'm not 10 years younger with a husband and 10 people around me to do it for me. Something happens to me. There is nobody to come and feed, keep her, and save her. There is nobody to help me. There is nobody to come visit me in the hospital and bring me home. My attorney, Greg, is dead. And that was the last of my family. The last of my family members. Christians come along and they want to throw money at my face so they can tell me what to do, and that doesn't help my situation. And I'm talking about the plastic Christians, twinkle toes, sugarcoating stuff, dead, practicing a carnal, dead Christianity. So, sitting there and I say, Heavenly Abba, I'm listening to all of this, and I'll tell you right now, my panic is on top of me. I'm ready to yell, I'm ready to snap, and I am sick and tired of being pushed around. I identify with a snowball. You know why? Because people pack me and throw me. They sweep me off. And when they've really had it with me, they throw salt in my eyes. I identify with a snowball because I'm constantly pushed around. Holly, do this, Holly, do that. Oh, Holly, you got a problem with something? That's your fault. You're too emotional. No, that's your problem. Why'd you wind me up like a toy soldier? You know your words are going to get to me. You're going to come down on me because I don't want to be here, because I can't shovel in my driveway, and because I don't want my car sideways going down the road. I don't care if it gets better on the roads in an hour. I don't care if they plow in an hour. What's it going to be like for me during that 1 hour? Oh, you're fully disabled, Holly? Too bad. Here's a shovel. Shut up and get out there. You have rheumatoid arthritis? You're 15 years older than me? You're a female? Who cares, Holly? Get out there and do it. So I'm not allowed to talk back. I'm not allowed to feel emotions. And then stupid Holly sits here going, is this a personal defect with me? And Heavenly Abba's getting frustrated with me, going, no, Holly, there's nothing wrong with you. It's these other people. They don't care you're disabled. They don't care you don't have family. And the ones coming in here saying, Holly, I care. What are you doing here? Go home. Well, they care, but, you know, they live 45 minutes away, or they live in the next state over. I just met them 4 months ago. We're building a friendship. But they're not anybody I can call up and say, shit, man, I got a flat tire. Can you come help me? I don't have anybody like that. You guys got a family. You guys got wives. You guys got kids. You guys got family to help you. I'm not bringing this up to say, poor me, poor me. I am bringing this up, and I'll tell you why. For this reason. Because I'm stuck in a situation where outside the weather is going to affect me, and even on the inside I'm going to be affected. Now I get the majority of people saying, Holly, I want you to be safe. I'm telling you, go home. And then you get a couple of other stragglers telling me, go grab a shovel and shut up. Now, meanwhile, what's already on the surface that I'm dealing with is that my MK Ultra programming is spinning. And it has been spinning since I yelled at Jody, who I'm too embarrassed to even call her up and apologize to her. My MK Ultra got triggered and I snapped. And that happens. Now, I'm triggered because all this nonsense with Q, I can't take it. It's been years I've been sucking it up, and now, you know what, I've been hanging on for dear life. Well, now Q has set off my MK Ultra programming. I'm spinning. Obviously, there's a problem with Q. If people like myself are reacting to Q in the manner we are reacting. And now here I am confronted with another situation. With the snow, one set of people care, the other set of people telling me to suck it up, Buttercup. You better watch who you say that to. Anyway, so now in this situation, here comes my altar, and she's fuming, pissed. She has had it. She is frustrated. Everything that everybody has to say to her confuses her. I'm put in a situation, and no matter what I do is wrong, and there's criticism everywhere. So my job is to figure out what's going on the inside of me, that I have this ruckus and this chaos, why I have an altar that's yelling, why I have another altar that's really frustrated and really angry and wants to put some of these people in their place. But, you know, that'll never happen. That's neither here nor there. But I called this anger sprung or anger spring because, you know, for example, this is like a metaphor. You know, in the twilight hours, right when the night is ending and right before the day starts, there's that twilight. And if you're sitting out in that twilight time of the dawn, waiting for the sun to rise, it's like all of a sudden in 1 second, the day springs. And there's an entity, a deity called Dayspring, right? So it's an actual deity that has an actual job function, and it's day spring. And you know, you guys know what it's like when the day springs. It happens in a second, right? It just, all of a sudden there's a crack of light. Day has sprung. Well, I called this video Anger Sprung because I was having a conversation with Abba after this situation, and I'm like, Abba, you know, a situation comes and I'm going through it. I know I have stuff on my plate that I'm dealing with, and now here I find myself in a new situation that I have to deal with. I'm completely overwhelmed and bombarded, and I'm doing okay, but then suddenly I feel like I hit this brick wall, and all of a sudden my anger is sprung. I'm angry because I don't understand why people are giving me a hard time, because I want to go home and be protected and be in a safe place and not worry about car accidents or getting stuck outside of my driveway, not worrying about who's going to feed my cat and dog, not worrying that I got to walk alongside of a road that I almost got hit 3 times 2 days ago when I had to walk on it when I was snowed in. Oh, what, Holly, you can't walk? No, I can't walk. I don't want to get hit by cars. There's no sidewalk. They do 50 miles per hour, and I'm like, there's no shoulder. Oh, but you're like less than a mile away. You can do it. You know what? Go pound salt, guys. You go walk on that street. So, yeah, in a matter of seconds, boom, my anger is sprung. Sprung. And then everything just goes downhill. I have an altar who yells. I have an altar who I call anger. I have an altar who I call wrath. Ooh, you don't want to talk to her when she's protecting Holly. And when I was stuck in 2018 and 2019, that altar who I nicknamed Wrath, I let her be forward during those different situations in my life that I didn't want to be in, and I felt threatened, I felt in danger, I did not feel safe, and I surely was not comfortable by any means. And my cat and dog were feeling the same I was, reacting to the situations we were exposed to. Well, now here I am with this situation, and boom, anger sprung, anger's back. Now anger's forward, or wrath is forward, and these protective alpha altars are the ones you guys get to deal with now. So Holly wants to protect herself. Oh, Holly, you can't do that. If you do that again, just don't ever come back here. Oh, so I can't get myself safe? This is a problem for you? Okay. I'm so glad you said it to the altar and not to the core Holly. But see, that's why I'm here, is to protect Holly, because apparently Holly protecting Holly isn't good enough for you. So now I'll step forward and I'll deal with the situation for everybody involved. I'll figure it out for you, and I'll let you know what's going to happen. I don't care what you think your job title is or what you think your pay grade is and how wonderful you are. I know what you're not. And my altar knows what you're not. Holly's getting loud. Yeah, good. Let her get loud. It's about time she does. And who are you to try to silence her or quiet her? Yes, I know everybody likes a video where I run a video and I have soft tones in my voice. And I will work harder at it at times. However, I am my own individual, and I would really appreciate people to stop forcing me to conform into what they want me to be and just leave me alone and let me be Holly Baglio. I have another altar that came forward. So this altar that's forward now, the protective one, right? So I got that altar that's forward now. Well, there's another altar that is like the polar opposite. This isn't the yellow-bellied angel. This is a different altar. So there's another altar behind this one who's the extreme polar opposite, and she's scared to death that, oh my God, she's going to get in trouble. She just like takes like a breath out of place, or an eyelash falls off when it's not supposed to, and we're going to be in trouble. She's skittish, she's scared, she tiptoes through the tulips because she thinks that everything's going to get her in trouble, and people are just going to start yelling on her and then beating on her and bashing her, hitting her and kicking her. See, when my altars come forward, you're dealing with 3 at one time, and I only told you about 2. So with Holly Baglio having 169 altars, and Joseph Mangley was my first programmer, there was a method to his madness. So when there's an altar that comes forward with me, no, there's 3 forward at one time. You're dealing with tiers of altars. Sometimes there were more than 9 altars forward at one time with me. And now you're dealing with at least 3 tiers of altars. No, I'm not going to tell you about the third one. It's not your business. You don't get to meet her. And I'll tell you, you're not going to meet her after she had to deal with the ex, then Tennessee, and then Maryland, and all that crap in between. No, you're not meeting her. You can meet the 2 others, though. And shit, I'll tell you, that altar's not going to share her secrets either, because of how this altar's come forward on a number of occasions to protect and defend Holly. I'm not my chat room. I'll look through my chat room at the end, guys. Don't. You want to get mad at me, you know what, straight up, go pick a fucking number. You're not the first one, and you're surely not going to be the last one that gets pissed off at me today. So, yeah. Yeah, my altars are forward. There was many times in the past that I was so truly embarrassed of them being forward. I would not let them talk to you, and I would not let you talk to them. I would stand in the middle. Now I allow my altars to speak. Now I will give out details to them. And now it's a whole different ball game. I do not tell, there was a situation, my little baby altars came to me and they said, Holly, we don't like this one woman. We don't feel comfortable. We feel icky. We don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. Do something, Holly. So I did everything I could, but it just came to a point where I got rid of the person out of my life, and I turned to the altars. I saw what they were feeling, why they were feeling it, what was going on with them. I accepted what they were telling me, and I decided that the best thing for me was to make major changes. And the people and situations that were aggravating my altars, I decided to put them away, get as far away as fast as I could, and then I could deal with my altars. My altars coming forward, the people from my past face to face, I don't want to see them again. If they come back into my life, they will be doing it knowing that they are intentionally coming back into my life to try to hurt Holly, and they should hear this video and know not to come back in my life. Yes, they're forgiven, I'm forgiven, but stay away. So I have taken myself out of situations so that way I could listen to my altars, see what they're feeling, why they're feeling it. Now my altars are comfortable with Yeshua HaMashiach. They're comfortable with HTV. And they are... Dory, can you give me a call after this? I want to talk to you. Nothing bad. Give me a chance. I don't know if I have your email. I want to talk to you, sweetheart. Please, go get. I'm gonna go get your super cake, Dory. Bring it to you. We're gonna have a sister talk. I welcome it. Please, I'm begging you. Please, nothing bad. Honest. So anyway, I like to be living on my own. I like having my own house, being in charge of paying my bills. I like my car where I park it. I don't like guys trying to date me so they can use my car, move into my house, and then, Holly, can you find me a job? And now can I have your money? Yeah, no more of that garbage. I got rid of that in 2019. So I'm back up on my feet. My car sits where I park it last. This is my home, my property. I'm settled. So now I can deal with my altars, because my altars feel severely poked and prodded as it is. There were situations that I was in the past where I felt like I was still poked and prodded. I tried to have roommates, but they're always banging on my door, interrupting me, and then telling me what to do online, and then telling me what to do in my personal life. And then when my altars come forward, they think they know something about an altar, but all they do is end up making it worse. They say the insensitive, wrong things, or they try to cast my altars away like they're demons, and meanwhile my altars are pieces of me. I'm a shattered mirror, but each shattered piece is no less of the mirror than the next shattered piece. And you put all those shattered pieces together, guess what? Now you got the whole mirror again. You cannot put a chasm between me and my personalities. Oh, Holly, you're broken? Yeah. Well, we're going to cut off your left arm and right leg, too. Because your personality being broken is not enough. We're going to cut off your arm and leg, and then we're going to make you say to your arm and leg, I cast you away. It doesn't work. Altars can be demonically possessed. Altars themselves are not possessed. They're pieces of you. This altar came to me a few days ago, and it crushed me. This altar came to me within the past week, and she came to me in my dream. And she showed me a little kitty, and the kitty its face was put up by one of those Bunsen burners that you'd have in science class in junior high and high school. Well, the kitty's face was put up to the Bunsen burner. I saw the programmer's hand do it. And then the programmer pulled the cat's head away from the Bunsen burner, and I looked at the cat, and it was all singed. And then the programmer takes the kitty, and he puts its head over the Bunsen burner again. And that's the type of stuff I have to deal with when it comes to my altars. So I want a private peace, a private, quiet, serene corner of the earth with no fucking jackasses bothering me, so I can help these little baby altars surrender to Yeshua, and so I can become whole again and stay whole. 2019, November, October, December, a pastor and Christians were using memory retrieval techniques on me, and it crushed me. And I'm not allowed to tell you guys this, because if I do, they're going to yell at me, and they're going to come after me, and they're going to come get me. I don't want those people using memory retrieval techniques anymore. And if you use memory retrieval techniques, hypnosis, and regression, I ask you very kindly right now, because I'm not going to ask you kindly again, please eject yourself from my chat room and my life immediately. If you're a plastic Christian, get out. And if you're one of those other people, get out. The Holy Spirit is welcome here. Not your techniques, not your false deities, and not your personal BS and solipsism. Oh, Holly, we can help an ex-super soldier, but see, we're not affiliated with any churches or anything. We've never even taken a course. But, we go driving around deep underground military bases, and it's just so, sensational to us. And since we know you were trafficked with, some big-name people like Max Spears, oh, boy, yeah, we just got to glom onto you, step on your shoulders, ride your coattails, tell you what to do. So that way, when you do well, we can take all the credit from you, Holly. I know. I just lost viewers. I don't care. I really don't. I went from 16 down to 9 in like 2 seconds. You know what? I bet you I could get rid of like 9 of you in about 2 seconds if I wanted to. Not that I'm going to. Excuse me. I don't mean to be alienating, but I'm upset. You know what's bigger than this is that I'm not the only one that goes through this. I'm just the one that is made an example out of. I'm the one that's got enough guts to get on and run a video and let you hear me, let you watch me go through this, let you know what it's like for me to deprogram, so that way you can learn what not to do with other people. I put my deprogramming and my healing process up publicly for a reason. It's because there's other survivors, my other friends that are going through the same thing I'm going through. Their mouth is ugly. Their thoughts are ugly. What they're going through is ugly. How they feel about themselves is ugly. And we're just trying to make our way to Yeshua HaMashiach. And on the way, he's been great to us survivors. He's let us meet other survivors so we know we're not alone and we have friends and we have camaraderie. And if you want me to say things pretty to you, you know what? I'm not on your payroll. So you're not paying me enough to say what you want me to say. And guess what? I wouldn't even take your payroll because I like the freedom to speak the way I speak. I used to get like 30, 40 active people in my chat room. And I like those days, but I also had to sit there and hold on to like everything that I was saying, like tiptoe through the tulips and be so polished, and you can only word it this way, you can't word it that way. And meanwhile, my altars only have a limited vocabulary of what we can and cannot use. And if the F-bomb is a part of that vocabulary, who cares? At least it's another word. It's not a pretty word, but it's a word. So you want me to tell that altar, okay, you know how you saw that kitty being tortured to death and that was a part of your MK Ultra programming? Yeah, you got to make it sound really pretty when you talk about it. Well, I'm not that type of person. If I'm on somebody else's channel, sure. Yes, I will come out polished. I will leave my emotions behind at the door. I will just speak the words black and white. Do my best. But when you get onto HTV, you remember one thing. You're in my house now. My rules apply. Not yours, not theirs, not the others. Holly's. Because you're in my house. To people, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to start calling people up and I'm going to say, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't come into work, I'm calling out, MK Ultra's sick. Yep, my MK Ultra's spinning. You know what? I can't deal with you jackasses today because my mind's on that little kitty that was tortured to death in front of me when I was a child, and I don't know, something about whatever you think you got me to work on pales in comparison to what I'm dealing with. What I'm dealing with, I won't eat for 5 days. And you're worried that I take out the trash? Come on now. You want to know what it's like to deal with an altar? I will show you what it's like to deal with an altar. But don't you criticize me and tell me what my altar can and cannot say, and that I have to have some pansy-footed vocabulary to say it, otherwise you don't want to hear from me. You know what? I like channels that give me the truth. I like when Coach Dave gets hyped up and starts yelling. I like Carl from a call for an uprising. He uses his voice, his emotions. And he tells you, he just gives it to you, and he tells you like it is, and you can hear it in his voice. I don't know, like, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm the one that's taken this to Heavenly Abba, and I got my tail between my legs. I'm embarrassed, humiliated, irate, pissed off, angry, panicked, confused. And now here I have to go in front of the whole great grand almighty I am and put my peon troubles at his feet. He's got better things to do. I have to bring this to Heavenly Abba. So what I'm talking to you in my video about, you hear the tone, you hear the words. Do you actually think that when I talk to Heavenly Abba, when I'm down on my knees, down and out, and I just can't go anymore, and I'm literally crawling up the stairs, you think I don't talk to him the way I talk on my video? He told us to use our own voice. What, so I'm supposed to grab somebody else's voice and use that instead of my own? But this is my own voice. This whole video where I've been talking to you is my own voice. So wait, now all of a sudden my own voice, according to man or other Christians, is not good enough? Well, my own voice is good enough for you, Dave Vave. I don't know what your issue is. I'll just stay focused on him. So yeah, I'm not supposed to be home, and I'm not supposed to be here right now. So as far as I'm concerned, you guys are not going to hear from me until after 6 p.m. today, because I'm taking these hours to myself. No, I'm not answering private messages, emails, none of it. I'm taking the rest of the time to myself. And my altars. And if you don't like it, then you can go tell my altar, Wrath, that she's not allowed to be upset and take time, and that she has to go away so that way you can dominate Holly's time and tell Holly what to do for you. But, you know, totally neglect what Holly has to do for herself, because that doesn't matter, right? Well, if Holly's got time to run a video, she should have time for me. My video's therapy. Who are you again? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'll be honest, if I'm ever exposed to memory retrieval techniques or any of that hubbub again, my altars will literally punch and fight their way out of the room to get away. Because the first time for 4 months that I was exposed to memory retrieval techniques being used on me by someone who knows how to use them, and by other people who were trying to see if they could use them and it would work on me. Oh, we heard this pastor say this memory retrieval technique on Holly Baglio, so we're going to use the same words on Holly to see where it gets us. Okay, You guys ever put someone in my life like that again, I will fight you, literally, to get out and get away. You want to say weird and strange words to me? It's not going to happen a second time. What happened to me at the end of 2019 was foul and disgusting and did a lot of damage. A lot of damage. A lot. I've had to go and pick up the pieces, and it feels like I'm back in 2014 again, picking up the pieces because some plastic Christians want to rip me apart to dissect Holly Baglio, to look inside of her. Oh, you mean she was put back together and we ripped apart what Yeshua put back together? Well, if we can't see Yeshua put her back together, then she must not be put back together. So we have to take her apart again. And this time when we watch, then we'll believe that Yeshua's working through her to put her back together. The worst was this. You want it? The worst was this. And I'm going to drop names this time. You all know I like Fritz Springmeier. You all know that I reached out to him in 2016 and I said to him, Fritz, Cisco, you know how you're talking about Joseph Mengele in your book, Creating the Ultimate Mind Control Slave, or the Illuminati's Guide of Creating the Ultimate Mind Control Slave? Yeah, I think I'm one of those kids you wrote about in that book. And we had a conversation. So I like Fritz. Do I agree with him on everything? Absolutely not. At the time, I didn't know that Fritz Springmeier was into memory retrieval techniques and stuff like that. I personally, Holly Baglio, when talking with anybody, friendship or otherwise, I rely solely on the Holy Spirit in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, nothing else, nothing more, and that's that. So I had gotten involved with some of Fritz's friends. I'll leave it there. And they were using memory retrieval techniques. And when I was exposed to some of these things, I had said to somebody, am I always going to be this broken? Am I always going to be this shattered? Yes, if you're going to use memory retrieval techniques on me, then Holly Baglio is going to remain shattered. Oh, but Holly, God reminded us of this conversation that we had, and I think God gave it to me to remind you, Holly, that, yeah, you have to go meet this pastor, you know, this rich, classy, got a lot of awards and doctorates and master degrees and, 15 minutes worth of credentials that he can recite to you. Yeah, you need to go to him. So he can use these memory retrieval techniques on you and screw you up bad. And when he does, and you say to us, Holly, and you say to us, listen, guys, I feel like I'm always going to be broken and fractured. Well, you guys are using memory retrieval techniques, and then you come back and you say, oh, well, God gave us, let me start this over. God gave us a dream, and he's reminding us of this conversation you had with us way back when you said, am I always going to be broken? Am I always going to be this shattered? Well, 4 months later, God's reminding me of this video, of this conversation, Holly. Yeah, all right, plastic Christian. The reason why God is reminding you of when I said that, am I always going to be this broken? Am I always going to be this shattered? It's because I bumped into a bunch of people many years ago using memory retrieval techniques, and now here I am sitting in front of you. And who do you have me sitting in front of? None other than a pastor you picked out for me to go to because you're taking me away from Russ Dizdar and the SSIU team. You're taking me away from them to go to a pastor that's using memory retrieval techniques. And for the life of you plastic Christians, you can't figure out what's going wrong. You can't figure that out. Now, I had a conversation back when I met Fritz and some of his friends that use these techniques. Fast forward a year, and now I'm in front of you, and you're using these techniques on me, and you can't figure out why I'm still shattered and screwed up. Now, Abba even intervened and gave you a dream to remind you of this conversation, and you're taking me and putting me through the same mud that I just got out of. Now God's telling you, you guys are putting me through some sort of hell that I can't take. It's darkness. Why are you making me go through it again? Now, yes, I appreciate Fritz Springmeier's work. Do I agree with all of his stuff? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No offense. There's not 13, there's 10 Illuminati bloodlines, because you can take 10 back to the Holy Bible. You cannot take 13 Illuminati bloodlines back to the Bible. The Bible doesn't talk about 13. The Bible talks about 10 satanic bloodlines. So I don't know. You tell me who's right. Is the Holy Bible right? Or is that guy over there right? Because I'm going with the Holy Bible. And the Holy Bible doesn't use memory retrieval techniques on me. The Holy Bible gives me the Holy Spirit in Yeshua's name. Now that is something I can work with. Memory retrieval techniques, you get some quack telling you some weird Hebrew word that you've never even heard of. Oh, well, let's talk to the breath of God. We're not going to talk to the breath of, we're not going to talk to God, you know, our infinite creator. No. We're not going to talk to our creator. See, when he gave you a breath of air, Holly, and he breathed into you, okay, what we're going to do, Holly, is we're going to talk to that breath of air that you have. We're not going to talk to Yud-Hey-Vav-Hey who breathed it into your lungs. No. We're taking out Yud-Hey-Vav-Hey, and now we're going to just talk to the breath itself. Not Yud-Hey-Vav-Hey, where the breath came from to give you life. Take him out of it. No. We're just going to talk to the breath. And there's a Hebrew word. What is it? Nemesh? Or something? There's a Hebrew word for just the breath of Yud-Hey-Vav-Hey. See, the breath is where these memory retrieval techniques come from. Yud-Hey-Vav-Hey is not where they come from. Yud-Hey-Vav-Hey says rely on the Holy Spirit. Why are you relying on hypnotism, regression, memory retrieval techniques? And if you know memory retrieval techniques and you're pulling an altar forward, then that means you know how to pull an altar forward and you know how to reprogram them. And that doesn't mean that you're going to automatically be a good Samaritan and reprogram them onto Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Oh, no. And why would you take a patient in to counsel and not tell them what you're doing and to what you're reprogramming them to? Why are you relying on memory retrieval and not the Holy Spirit? So if you know how to pull an altar forward, first of all, I want to say F you for not putting my altars back. Yeah, I said it. Fire truck you for not putting my altars back. You opened up Pandora's box. You left it open. What did you think was going to happen? You pull out my altars, and then what? Reprogram me to act like a plastic Christian? Reprogram me to act like the other bloodlines that you're using memory retrieval techniques on, and they're so screwed up and shattered after 6 weeks of living in your house that when they go home they end up burning their birth certificate and social security card, or being more whacked out than when they first started with you? I mean, I have a right to ask these questions because you used your memory retrieval techniques on me and then insisted how I have to stay with it, because if I don't, then I'm going to be broken and shattered. But Heavenly Abba is directly telling you, listen, what you're doing is shattering Holly. You're not relying on the Holy Spirit. I can see it now. Oh my God, Holly is Fritz's name. She's bashing him. No, actually, I'm not bashing Fritz. I appreciate his work. I just don't agree with all of it. Just like you guys don't agree with me. We don't have to. But does it mean I'm going to disrespect you or love you less as your sister in Christ? Absolutely not. I'm not judging you. But I am going to be critical because some of the things you're doing went against me. And it put me in a very bad spot. I'm not in my chat room, but I just glanced at it. Oh my gosh, Malik. What do I owe? This pleasure. Hey, Bob, Wildhearted, Nikki, Dory, Chris, everyone. I'm sorry I'm not in my chat room. I just happened to look. I don't mean to be a jerk. I don't mean to yell. But I am going to tell you what I went through my whole life. I feel like if I tell you, then Yudhe Vavhe has a chance to talk through me, maybe reach you, and better yet, maybe you'll be broken out of the prison that you're locked inside in your mind. Maybe something I say can help you break out of the prison that you're locked inside your mind. And then you'll feel better. You'll feel better. You'll be closer to Yeshua. Or all of a sudden, like tomorrow morning, you'll wake up and go, wow, for the first time in 8 months, I feel like eating breakfast, taking a shower. I feel like this weight has lifted off my shoulders. I want to exercise. I want to put on makeup and feel good. And I just hope if I say anything that it can help you guys to come out of the prisons that you're locked inside of too, because I still feel like even though I'm outside of a cage, mentally, emotionally, I still feel locked inside of a prison. Spiritually, I'm trying to break out, move towards Yeshua, Jesus, and my relationship with him. I have a nickname for him. I call him my golden bow, and me his white hot silver arrow. I personalized my creator. So when I could read the Holy Bible, what he went through, I could read it for myself and have his stories resonate with me. I mean, like, for heaven's sake, in Mark, Yeshua goes into a town, right? He sees this guy running around, eating bugs, naked as can be, living in a cave. All the townspeople are horrified of this guy, right? Not Yeshua. Yeshua goes, finds this guy. Now, I'm not doing the story any justice, okay? You got to read Mark yourself. I think it's Mark 13. Not quite sure. Just read the whole chapter of Mark. It'll take you 2-3 hours. Read it twice. I kid you not, in that book, I thought Yeshua's personality came off the page. Yeshua goes walking into this town. Here's about this guy being naked, eating bugs, living in a cage, acting all sorts of crazy. Got the village people scared. So Yeshua goes and finds this guy. He casts out the demonic principalities from them, or dark powers. The spirits go and run into 3 pigs. Or the spirits go and run into the pigs, and then the next thing you know, there's like a herd of pigs just running towards the cliff, dive off the cliff, go into the river off the bank, and they all drown. And there's like, what? You got to read Mark, because my details are off. But there's what? Like about 2,000 pigs floating down the river. They all drowned. Because Yeshua went, cast out these principalities. He found this guy living in a cage. Cast away the demonic possession. Ekbalo in Yeshua's name. Demons came out, go on the pigs. A herd of pigs run off the cliff, drown themselves, right? So this God that Yeshua delivers from the demons, you know, he gets dressed, cleans himself up. Him and Yeshua are now sitting there having intelligent conversation, conversing. The man sitting there, he's now of sound mind, speaking with Yeshua. Well, apparently all the village people, all the big uppity-ups, come find Jesus, and they see they're sitting here with this guy from the cave that was just delivered from demonic possession. And do you know that people had audacity to turn to Jesus and go, leave our village. Get out of here. You're not welcome. Could you imagine being Yeshua? You go into a town and you do something good, and then all the authorities come out and say, yeah, what you thought was good, you're wrong. Can you please take the demons out of the pigs, put it back in the guy, throw him back in the cage, and then give us our pigs back because we want our bacon. Even though in the Torah it says not to eat our family. Humans are long pork, pigs are short pork. Don't eat your family. Pigs are friends, not food. Right? No, we want our pigs back. Take that guy, put him in the cave, put the demons back in him, give us our pigs, Jesus. I can't believe you did this to us. I can't believe you saved this one guy, but 2,000 pigs end up dying because this demonic possession is so bad, so fierce, that it takes 2,000 pigs to get rid of what was in this one man. Yeah, give us back our pigs, demonize the one guy. Who cares about the one guy? I don't know, guys. Jesus, Yeshua's personality jumps off the page at me. I can relate to him. I can have things resonate to him. So everything that happened to me inside of a cage, Yeshua took that to the cross. So every time the programmers came over to hurt me, the evil that they were doing to me, Yeshua even took that to the cross. So while Yeshua hung on that cross dying, he didn't think about little Holly. He not only thought about little Holly Baglio and all the little survivors from Pizzagate, SRA, MK Ultra, satanic cults, bad families, dysfunctional families, bad whatever. He not only took what we went through to the cross and suffered and died for that, but you know all those nasty, ugly programmers and handlers and sorcerers and witches, all the bad they do, he even took that to the cross and died for it. Even though these evil people, they have no intention of repenting or turning to Yeshua, and they did all that evil, Yeshua even died for him, for them to do that evil. Do you know that while Yeshua was beaten and then strewn up on a cross, do you know that he was used as a satanic sacrifice? Listen, guys, this is the biggest thing. Yeshua HaMashiach, in my humble opinion, I'll put it into Holly words. Look at that, what they did to him. You tell me that whole crucifixion was not a satanic ritual and a satanic sacrifice? I don't know how you could tell me it wasn't. I feel, in my Holly words, he was used as a satanic sacrifice. He was sacrificed. Well, I'm an SRA survivor. I was exposed to satanic rituals. And now here we are with Yeshua HaMashiach, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, in human form, that came on earth to die for our sins, resurrect. You mean he himself was used in a satanic sacrifice, and he was the actual sacrifice, and me, I went through the same Satanism as he experienced? I kid you not, guys, that was the clincher to everything. That was the clincher to everything. My little baby altars were like, wait a minute. So he went through it too, but worse than just being exposed to the rituals and watching the sacrifices commence, he was the actual sacrifice. And then he hung up on that cross. He looked around at the people before him. Some loved him, and others were demons masquerading as humans, or people just demonically oppressed, possessed. And so as he was up on that cross, being used as a sacrifice, watching these people dance around him, he came to this earth to die for all of us. All of us. But when my little baby altars realized that he was used as a sacrifice, that drew me closer and tighter to him. So now his story in the pages of the Holy Bible, they resonate. So when I read them, like I can read them now, and I'm not only reading God's word, Yud Hey Vav Hey's words, but now when he was here on earth, his life here on earth is now resonating with me. So now I have an even bigger connection and stronger bond. He's not only my infinite creator and God. He's not only my Savior in human form. He's not only my Holy Spirit, but now he's my friend. He's, lack of better words, a peer. That's a terrible way to put it, but now I know he's gone through the same things here on earth that I did. Yes, he's approachable, he's reachable, he's obtainable, he loves you, he wants you. Go for him. There is no other deity, there is no other entity, there is no other principality or power that ever came to this earth to die for you and pave a way for you to go to heaven. It was done by one perfect man, Yeshua HaMashiach. Osiris, Thoth, Beelzebub, Isis, they never did any of that for you. None of it. They never came to die for you. They didn't go through hell so you didn't have to. But do you know who did? Yeshua HaMashiach. He did. I'm sorry I'm rough around the edges, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I know I still have a lot of work and a long way to go. But I'm not going to hide from you. I told you guys in 2014 and 2015, I'm going to make more bad videos than I make good videos. But if I can help somebody else coming to terms with some of the things I'm coming to terms with, how ugly or pretty it could be, then let it be. Let it be. I mean, this is a lot of ugly stuff. I mean, like, this is going to come out wrong, and Abba's talked through me, but somebody came to me and said, oh, yeah, Holly, you know, they saved 50,000 kids from deep underground military bases near China, Groom Lake, whatever. This Tim, Holseth, and some other Steve, somebody, and this other one, they're all saying 50,000 kids were saved from deep underground military bases. Basically, Holly Baglio, 50,000 super soldiers, the projects you were exposed to, you know, these dumbs, they were cleaned out. I just lost my train of thought. Hang on a second. I have to think. Why did I bring this up? I was changing the conversation and now I'm drawing a blank. Listen, you're not going to go into a dump and save kids that are being turned into super soldiers. I think when people hear stories of that, you know, it sounds really good, and I know they want to believe it, and they end up 90% of the time believing it because it's a feel-good story. When you just look at every church on the street corner, they do nothing but give you feel-good services and never attack the real problem at hand. You know, like, I have to ask these people that listen to, like, Tim and Steve and Q and, you know, the rest of them, like, what do you think? Well, okay, we'll forget about why you think it's possible to even get in a dome when it's humanly impossible, when domes are in control of aliens. But, like, what do you think you guys are going to walk into in a dome? You think if you guys could actually break down the doors to go save a child from a cage in a deep underground military base, what do you think you're going to walk into? Say, hypothetically, okay, you get in the dome, right? You don't have to have a big war. Just somehow you slip into a dome and you're in there to save the kids from a cage. What do you think you're walking into? Do you think, like Timothy Holmseth said, that his Marines, and I quote, Timothy said his Marines, they stormed into a dome and saved 50-something thousand kids. First of all, if that was true, right off the bat, Russ Dizdar and the SIIU team would have been called in. You get the best of the best of the best to help those kids. Russ Dizdar and the SIIU team is the best of the best of the best. Russ and his pals were not called in. You don't have 50,000 kids to save. You got a fake news story that everybody's buying. Secondly, I got to ask you guys, you think you're going to get into a dome and you're going to go, and what are you going to see? Kids in a cage? Kids naked in a cage, battered, bruised, starving to death. Do you think that when you get in there and you see these kids that they're going to run to the end of the cage and go, oh my goodness, you came to save us? Wow! Wow, you came to save us. Get us out. Help, 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 get us out. You really think that's what's going to happen if you really come face to face with a kid in a cage? They're suddenly going to roll over onto their back, put their belly up, legs and arms waving in the air. You came to save me. First of all, you ain't going to get to the cage. You're kidding yourself if you think you will. Secondly, when you get to that cage, if you think that kid is going to look at you like you're help, like you got something to offer, you got another thing coming. These kids will fight you simply because they're going to think that you're another programmer and handler. And then you think, what, you're going to walk into a dome and just start sharing Yeshua's gospel? Okay, kid in a cage, let me sit down and tell you the fruits of the Holy Spirit. You guys ready? You taking notes? Okay, good. So let me tell you about the fruits of the Spirit. It ain't going to work like that, guys. You're dealing with highly tortured and traumatized kids that are programmed killers who are chipped and surgically enhanced. They are programmed killers. They're programmed super soldiers. Say, okay, you get a kid that's 6, 7 years old and they're in a cage before they're sent deeper into the super soldier projects, right? Say you get to that kid before they're sent into the gauntlet of projects I was in the dumps. It doesn't matter, you're already too late. You got them at 6, 7 years old, guys, you're too late. What's wrong with you that you paid your tax dollars blindly to a government and military in the first place? What's wrong with you guys that you think deep underground military bases house Navy, Air Force, this, that, the other thing, and that, you know, it's for you guys to go to escape incoming asteroids? These domes are filled with nothing more than human and genetic experimentations. They take plant DNA, human DNA, animal DNA, put it in a test tube and create something. These creatures scream to be put out of their misery because they're crossbred between at least 3 different types of DNA. Their soul is screwed up. And you think you're going to go into a dome and they're going to take a look at you through the bars of their cage and they're going to go, oh, wow, I love you. You came to save me. Oh, yeah, this is of Jesus. You got another thing coming, guys. I woke up when I was 40 to these super soldier projects. I am less than a month. Okay. How do the statistics go? For heroin, right? Heroin. There's only 3% of heroin users that stop using heroin. And only 1% of that 3% that continue quit from heroin. So anybody that does heroin and gets addicted, there's only 1% that actually quits and stays off, stays away, and stays sober. Okay, the odds of coming out of a super soldier project like I did, or James Casbolt, Aaron McCollum, Karen Lee Parent, or David John Merrill, the odds are less than 1% of the statistics of you heroin addicts coming off of heroin, staying away from heroin, and living a normal life. You doing that is, you will have better odds doing that than you will have better odds going through the super soldier and MK Ultra projects that Max Spears went through. You're looking at like 0.04%. And that's why they have these clones, and that's why they have these things down in the dumps. So they can mass produce what does work. I don't get it. I don't get it. You guys never came to save Michael Prince out of the dumps. Never came for Karen or David. Do you know why? You don't have the sources or resources. Neither does Timothy Homeseth or his friends or his Marines, as he so eloquently has stated time and time again. Oh, but Holly, Field McConnell's in jail. Okay, no offense. Tell me one report that Field McConnell gave that was true. And tell me why he's pulling down pants on YouTube. He lied about kids being saved from the dumps. Right? I mean, you all promoted these stories of China Lake and 50,000 kids being saved here. And, oh, Holly, last year at this time in 2020, Holly, oh, in New York, you know, they have these tents out in, you know, a hospital because they're escaping kids out of the dumps, coming up through potholes. And when they come up through the potholes, there's going to be these tents pitched outside of New York City hospitals. And so they'll come up through the potholes with the kids. Kids will be in the tent. And listen, they're bringing bottles and food and strollers and toys into these tents for kids that they're saving. This was a year ago. Not even. You guys told me how in New York City they're bringing up kids from the dumps. Where are those kids? I think you guys just fell for a fake report, is what I think. And I think your pride is getting in the way of admitting your wrongness. Or worse yet, you are so deceived and comfortably deceived. You're comfortable in your deception. Yes, I'm smoking a cigarette like an idiot, like a jackass. I would like to put on music right now, but I won't. I need 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Today, two people shook their head no at me, and I thought to myself, wow, you egotistical people shaking your head no at me. It was in a situation where I'm expected to shovel. And these people expecting me to shovel are younger. And even if they're older than me, it wouldn't matter because they're healthy. But apparently I'm supposed to shovel a lot of other stuff. And that ain't gonna happen. I ain't shoveling anything. I'm pissed. I can't accept phone calls right now. I'm running a live video, and I'm not shutting down my live video to accept phone calls. And I'm not accepting a phone call while I'm on a live video. That's another thing. What is wrong with people expecting me to pick up my cell phone? They see I'm running a video on YouTube, right? I'm running a video. Now, I'm not talking about Peanut and me goofing off. Peanut and I goof off, okay? Some of my friends and I have quirks about us and we goof off. But if you see me running a video, why are you going to call me? I'm upset. And my alters really don't care. Listen, honestly, Esther, I do the best I can shoveling. In 2015 was the last time I picked up a shovel. And I'll tell you why. I was staying at my attorney's house and he had one long driveway. I mean, long. And he refused to pay a plow truck driver and someone to shovel his sidewalks and stuff. And he really did need one. But my attorney was dead set on shoveling everything himself. We got like 2 feet of snow the winter that I stayed with him. And he shoveled. I kid you not. He shoveled like a champ. 3/4 of his driveway. He was going at it like it's no tomorrow. And I'm looking at him like, he's what? And his, at the time, he was in his late 50s. And I went out and I tried helping him. I really did. And after about an hour and a half, and I took it easy, but after about an hour and a half, I was like, I shoveled slowly, I took my time, and now here I am. I can't take it anymore. He's like, go inside, go to sleep. But he goes, Holly, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to use your car, you got to shovel it out. I said, okay, fair enough, fair enough. I kid you guys not. Do you know how long it took me to shovel my car out? 2 days. 2 days of shoveling. I'd go out for 15, 20 minutes, take my time, not break myself, but just take my time, shovel it out, and go sit down. Go inside, sit down for 30, 45 minutes, come back out for 15, 20 minutes, shovel as much as I could, go back in. I did that for 2 entire days. Meanwhile, everybody else is up and down the road, going to the store, and I'm still shoveling things out. At that time, yes, I think that it was good for him to do that. But overall, no, I can't handle it. Like, when do I have the right in this life to get to a point to say, listen, guys, I'm no spring chicken. And even if I was a spring chicken, guess what? I don't want to handle it. I can't handle it. Whatever you're giving me to handle, take it back. You handle it. Why are you giving it to me to handle? I get upset. My alters switch, right? An alter leaves, another one comes forward. I go through a fibromyalgia attack. You guys know what fibromyalgia is, right? It's when your brain sends signals to your body and tells your body to feel pain for no known reason. Well, thus far, the last time I checked, that's fibromyalgia, right? So I'm supposed to take my body outside and go run it into the ground. No, I don't think that's right. I really don't. You know, I'm verbally saying I have fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis. I can't take this. And you put too much stress on me. I can't take that either. I'm not healthy like you. And even if I wasn't on full disability, I'm a Pizzagate survivor, MK Ultra. What the fuck do you want from me going forward? Really? Have I not been used enough? Can I just live peacefully thereafter? Am I not allowed to have that? Oh no, Holly, you survived all that, but no, you got to get back in the world and do what we say so we can keep running you over and bulldozing you. Because, that's the only way you're going to learn. I'm tired. And I'm not settling for this world. I'm not settling for people telling me, yeah, Holly, you know what? It doesn't matter if your MK Ultra is spinning. You still have to do what we want you to do. Oh, Holly, your MK Ultra is spinning? I don't care. You have to talk to me for 3 hours. Oh, Holly, your MK Ultra is spinning. I don't care. You better get back to me. Holly, your MK Ultra is spinning. You won't pick up my phone call? I'm blocking you. Holly, your MK Ultra is spinning. You don't have a dime for yourself, but listen, I need this, I need that, and I need you to do this, I need you to do the other thing, and I need you to do it right now. Because, Holly, you made yourself available to me, so I'm going to give you orders. Do it now. Holly, I don't care that you have to take a shower. I don't care that it's going to take you 2 hours to cook. I don't care that you got to take a shower. You better call me now. I don't care that you're in dire straits, Holly. I don't care. You need to do what I'm telling you to do. Because somewhere in your head, you're some sort of authority. Man, Esther, my body is too far underweight to have any weight to make a dent into anything. I'm like the polar opposite. It's disgusting. I have no tits and ass. I get so busy in my work, it's like I don't have time to eat. I would stop sleeping if I could, but sadly I wake up and I'm face down in my keyboard. Or better yet, I just tilted my head back, thought, yeah, you know what, I'll just sit in this chair for a minute, take a 15-minute nap. 4 hours later, I wake up sitting in the chair. If you guys don't think I care, you're wrong. And I don't know how to show it to you any more than I am, that I do care. But when it starts to become an expense to me, you guys have to back off. And when I tell you you have to back off, don't get pissed off at me that I'm telling you to do so. I'm telling you to back off because I can't handle it and because I don't want to sacrifice our friendship. But if you don't give me time right now, I will explode. I don't care how I explode, and I don't care how it affects you. You're smothering me. Your life, your responsibilities, and your concerns are not mine. My concerns, Pizzagate, MK Ultra, SRA, DID, ex-super soldier, victims of rape, drug abuse, incest, satanic cults. See, all of that stuff, that's my concern. So what you're worried about is one thing. What I'm worried about is on a different complete level and plane. And I think that's more important. I can't wait to call out. I'm MK Ultra sick. I can't come in because if you make me come in, it's going to be like Alice in Wonderland at the end of the movie. Heads will roll. We're painting the roses red. Oh no, we're painting the roses red. Oh no, we're painting the roses white. Oh no, our heads are gonna roll. What pisses me off is everybody's tax dollars went for DOMS and MK Ultra and everything else, and now when they're confronted, these taxpayers, they're confronted with where their money went, they still belittle me and can't believe it. I don't get it. Your tax dollars go blindly to a rogue, tyrannical government and military. Look at who the lieutenant colonel is. Go look at him. You know who the lieutenant colonel is, right? If you guys don't know who he is, then that explains to me why you still let him be in the position he's in. You want to get rid of Satanism and Luciferianism in the military? Well, you're too late. You shouldn't have hired the lieutenant colonel to begin with. But you hired him because you were really interested in the lieutenant colonel's supernatural abilities, because he's a sorcerer, and because with his supernatural abilities, he can psychically affect a whole bunch of people with his mind games. But see, you won't get rid of mind games in your military to get rid of Satanism. You say you do, but you really don't. Because if you really did, things would have been different. Look at the military. They get people in there like Jack Parsons. The military is not filled with, like, I'm not going to talk about the your typical military. I'll stick to Black Operations military because I can speak to that a lot better. Because I'm from Black Operations. I know I'm not like this muscle-bound, chew-spitting, big guy. But see, that's Black Operations for you. You would expect to see one of those big muscle-bound guys in Black Operations. You would not expect to find someone like me with chicken arms and chicken legs. I'll stick to Black Operations. I'm aggravated. The crap that I have to deal with. I am so glad. You guys don't know how long it's taken me to run this video. And during the parts of the video where I was screaming, well, not screaming, but raising my voice, I'm sorry about that. But, I have to learn how to deal with people while having altars. I don't know how to do that. And I really don't care to learn. Honestly, I don't care to learn. I don't care to have these interpersonal skills. There was one time in my life that I cared that the SIIU team would teach me how to be able to have relationships with people. Like last year at this time, I actually reached out to the SIIU team and I said, you know, I'd like to learn how to have some relationships, and I think I need help with them, and I think that you definitely need to explain to the other person I want to have a relationship with, you know, kind of what it's going to be like. Excuse me, kind of what it's going to be like when they're with me. You know, when my really ugly altar comes up. I have this other altar, I call her delusional. I have this altar that I use as a scapegoat. I call her delusional. And whatever happens, wherever I go wrong, I blame it on my scapegoat altar. So, for me to have a relationship with someone else, the first thing that always happens is I push them away. I don't want you to get close. Don't want you to see all the pain that I'm going through. I don't want you to see what my altars have gone through. For me, sitting on this side of the table, my side of the table, I feel like every thought that's in my head and every thought that's behind my eyes, that the person sitting across the table from me, I think that they can see it. I think they can see my thoughts, hear my memories, and that they know what's passing behind the other side of my eyes and my brain. I feel like they can read me. And then all of a sudden I feel vulnerable. Meanwhile, they have got no idea what I'm thinking. And because I'm not sharing it, their imagination runs wild. But there's sometimes that people come to me and I look at them and I'm like, yeah, I may have known you for 2 years face to face, or yeah, I may have known you for 10 years face to face, but I just look at them and I'm not going to give them an answer. I would think that they would know why I'm having such a hardship. Their tax dollars went to paying for me to be here, created, living, and breathing, and talking to you right now. I don't understand why your tax dollars go to keep me under your thumb, and now that I broke free, everybody else in the world wants to tell me how it's going to be, who I am, and what it's going to be like, and how I now have to act like this and say that, or I'm not acceptable. And meanwhile, I'm trying to take everything from my past, surrender it to Yeshua. Yeshua is showing me the new creation I am. And then when I do stand in the new pair of shoes Yeshua has given me to be a new creation, what happens? Everybody turns around. Oh, no, Holly. You're not conforming to our plastic Christian ways. If you don't act like us, you're not one of us. Oh, no, Holly. You're not sitting there talking like reformed and groomed and very good. Yeah, you're not one of us. You're not close to God. You have to act like this, talk like this, and be like this to be one of us. And if you're not one of us, then God doesn't know you. And as far as your altars, Holly, until you start making your altars word themselves the way we word ourselves, yeah, you're going to be a laughing stock and a joke and the lesser of us, for the rest of your life. We're going to keep putting you down. Oh, yeah, when you and your altars have a problem, you know what we're going to do, Holly? We're going to make a joke out of you so nobody talks to you anymore. We're going to make a joke out of you, Holly, and we're going to say how you're creating the problem, how we took care of it, and now you're brushed under the carpet. And if so much as any other victim has a problem like you did, Holly, we're going to do the same thing to that victim as we've done to you. Sweep it under the carpet. And then we're going to go furthermore to add injury to insult and alienate you. And tell you how you're so wrong, and even if you try to get right, you're going to have to come begging down on your hands and knees onto us to ask us to take you back. Because you're wrong. And because you're not talking and you're not acting the way the rest of us want you to. You didn't pick up your phone, Holly? What? You're not making me a priority, an emergency, the way you would make your elderly grandmother who's dying from emphysema an emergency? Now listen, when I call you, Holly, you better pick up. Oh, Holly's a super soldier. She can deal with it. Oh, Holly's a super soldier? And they laugh at me, thinking that I'm supposed to act like ghetto as an ex-super soldier, to like front people, to come off like I'm hardcore and like I can kick some ass. Listen, I'm an ex-super soldier. In the super soldier programs, we didn't have something called ghetto. Okay? Ghetto is trash. It's trash. And because I don't act ghetto, look ghetto, talk ghetto, apparently what I have to say is not important. Ghetto, thugs, and horror in, but everything of good conscience is out. There was somebody in 2019 that said to me, Holly, you're an ex-super soldier. What do you mean you only get $17,000 a year? Come on, Holly, you get $25,000 a month as an ex-super soldier. Give me some of your money. No, dude, I get $17,000 a year. A year! 17. And you want that money for you? Because you think I'm an ex-super soldier and I'm rich, so I got money and you can have it because I owe it to you somehow? I get $17,000 a year. What money of mine do you want? And do you mind if I try to feed myself? Have a place to live, have a car and get by? No, I can't have that. I got to give you my money because you deserve it better. Or because you think I get $18,000 a month versus $17,000 a year as an ex-super soldier? Oh, but Holly's got clout. She can get me money. No, I don't got clout. I can't get you money, but I'll ask people to donate for you. Oh, but Holly's got phone numbers. I'm going to get in touch with Holly so she can call some of these phone numbers for me and reach out to Famous Ministries because I want to talk to them. No, Holly Baglio can't do that for you. If you want to talk to these ministries, you go get their phone numbers. If you don't go do the legwork, don't expect Holly Baglio to do it for you. Go get your own help. You want homelessness? Holly Baglio was already homeless for more than 6 months, sleeping in her dog bed with her dog and her cat, hoping that when Yeshua goes back, all dogs go to heaven, me and my cat will be taken too. Oh, better yet. Better yet. So a few of my friends, Q followers, they come and tell me, oh my God, Holly, Fringe Radio Network's on FM radio. And I'm the stupid asshole that believes them. Guys, Fringe Radio Network is not FM radio. It is internet radio. Stop with the Q. It's internet radio and podcasts that are downloadable, similar to what Russ Distar did and has. I am so glad it's not on FM radio. I kid you guys not. When my friends, Q followers, came to tell me Fringe Radio Network was on FM, I kid you not, I was ready to delete everything off the internet, change my name, change my address, and see you guys later. FM radio? What, so I can talk to diluted, programmed down masses that like chocolate commercials and get dopamine hits when it's really funny on a commercial? I don't have what it takes to be on FM radio, and I really don't want to have what it takes to be on FM radio. I forgot what I was going to say about Fringe Radio. There was something else I was getting at. I don't want to be on FM radio. I don't have what it takes. I'll do an interview, but I don't like talking to people on the radio. They're still involved in the world. 101.5 did a call-in show, and I bottomed out. I bottomed out within the first 3 seconds of opening up my mouth. I did. I rushed it, and I bottomed out. So the way that hosts talk on FM radio, that's not how I talk. And I really don't want to run a show like that. I mean, you're just kind of like summoning up indoctrinated people to spew more bullshit over the airwaves and call it entertainment, but there's real no substance to it. There's real no meat. Once you walk away from the conversation, you're thinking, well, it's entertaining, but what do I do? Where do I go from here? I meet other people. Can't even. I'm getting off on a tangent. I have too many thoughts running through my head. I meet like somebody else, and they're like telling me how they're a content provider. I gotta tell you, after 2 weeks of talking to one of these people, oh my God, I couldn't take it anymore. You know, people with content, they gotta like run all these different videos and then write down the seconds to the videos, and then you have to come up with the dialogue and then link everything together and all this other stuff. That really got to me. Like, why can't somebody give me a couple of questions and just let me speak to it? Why do I have to like go get somebody else's videos, and then why do I have to go to Hollywood and MTV, get their videos, and then come up with some sort of script to tie everything in to explain MK Ultra to you? I'm from the dumbs. I come from the dumbs. I'll tell you what they did in the dumbs, because then you'll see it happen on the surface of the earth. I don't understand that why I'm on the top of the surface of the earth. I have to go get everybody else's videos and movies and content and written stuff, break it down myself to run a video that they've already ran. Why can't a content provider come along and go, oh geez, Holly, you're the content. Let me ask you a couple of questions. See, Fringe Radio did that for me. These other people that want to make a fast dime, they want you to run all over for everything else. And then worse than that, these other content providers that are outside of Yeshua, you know, these content providers that want to make money. It's all about monetization. It's all about money, 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 money. They want to tell you what to do, how to make money. Me, I'm the content. I come from the dumbs. Ask me a couple of questions. I'll answer them. Save your money for someone else that needs it. I'm not asking you for money and donations. When I, am in trouble, I'll let you know. But honestly, when I'm in trouble, I'm still not going to let you know. I'm still not going to tell you. I'm not going to complain, and I'm not going to beg for you to help me get out of my own muck. I'm going to take my own bootstraps, my own hands, and pull myself up. We're in COVID season, okay? There are some people that cannot pay their rent because we're in COVID season. Then you got other people that are squatters that haven't paid their rent in over 8 months because of COVID lockdowns. Nobody's going to kick you out of your house. What sheriffs are going to come out to kick you out of your house during COVID season? They think you're inside your house sick as can be. Sheriffs are not going to come kick you outside of your house. How do I know? Because there's people I met that haven't paid their rent in 8 months and they're not kicked out. And it's COVID season. And these people are banking on COVID season so they don't have to pay their rent. They're banking on COVID season because the sheriffs aren't going to come out and kick them out. They're banking on COVID season. Now, there's other families out there that haven't gotten their disability in any money, and they don't have a place to live. Or they're going to be evicted. That's not fair to them. But during COVID season, whether you can or cannot pay your rent, you're not getting evicted. Please, for me and my altars, if you're going to tell me you're getting evicted, save it. No sheriff is going to come out to throw you out. We're all under lockdown except for Florida. You have people taking advantage of this. We're not going to get kicked out, so we're not going to pay rent. We're just going to squat. And then you got people really worried because they haven't been able to pay their rent. Their landlords are going to throw them out. They started the eviction process. They got to go to court. But the other thing is that no sheriff or police officer is going to come out to bust down the door to throw them out because every cop and police officer thinks that you're sick with COVID. They're not going to do their job. Trust me, I know. I'm dealing with it. In my own house. Squatters. That purposefully don't pay rent when they have it. But because sheriffs won't come out to get rid of them during COVID season, they're not going nowhere. What about the people? I have a neighbor. She's owed a lot of money in disability. And they keep putting her off, sending her letters, putting her off. She's not getting money, but she's not thrown out. And she's due this money from disability. And as soon as it's given to her, she'll give it to the landlord, but she's not thrown out. Disability. Unemployment. I take disability back. Unemployment. She's not being thrown out. I mean, I don't... Really? Like, I don't know what to do with people. I see them on the internet. I don't have a real face, real name. I don't have any of that. I take people at their word. I believe what they're telling me for what they're telling me. I don't question it. I don't say, hey, Abba, let me use my spiritual gifts to let me see if they're lying. I don't do that. I don't got time to do that with fucking everybody. I just believe that you're being honest. The honor system. And no offense, if you're coming in my chat room and you got multiple IDs, so when somebody shuts one ID down and you come back under another one, you're a troll. I'm putting you at the end of the list. I don't understand urgency. I don't understand when people have been telling me for 2 years that they're being evicted and homeless, that somehow I have to help them, and it's all dependent on my help, as if, like, if they don't get my help, somehow things aren't going to work out for them. And because they're in dire straits, now I'm in dire straits, and if Holly Baglio doesn't get involved, it's the end of the world. Holly Baglio has to give money. Holly Baglio has to make a phone call. Holly Baglio, Holly Baglio, Holly Baglio, Holly Baglio. No! I'll pray for you. You come to me for anything else more than prayer, I'm done. There's 3 people before Nick that I actually know that I want to help get through homelessness. There's a bunch of other people that tell me they're homeless. They dwell on it, dwell on it, dwell on it, dwell on it. I don't think they're homeless. Then there's a couple other people who are straight up suffering, and I read their posts and I feel their pain. I don't know what to do. If they want money for me, I'm lucky if I can give you $20 a month. And no offense, I need my $20. You know what happens in this real life here to me, in this normal life, face-to-face people? Holly, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do the other thing for me? And when you're done doing it, can you pay? And then I'll give it back to you. Actually, I'm 46 years old. No, I actually do not have $2. $5 would be like huge to me. Do you know what I can do with $5? Yeah, I don't even have that much money. What you're asking me to do is $10, and you want me to put my neck out for your $10 when I don't even have 2 pennies. Or if I got $5, well, what's wrong with you, Holly, that you only got $5 and not $10 to cover me? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you that you don't have money just to give me? I told you that I'm homeless. What, you don't believe me? What, you won't call me? Oh, Holly, I told you I have issues. What, you're not calling me? You're not calling me? You're not calling me? Listen, I have friends out there that are in real trouble, and there's a whole nother cast of characters that are pretending to have trouble. Now, I'm supposed to navigate my way through all of you, and I'm sitting behind a computer screen. I don't see your real names or your faces, know where you really live, and you give me some sort of phone number. Yeah, I can give you 20 different emails right now, and you'll get in touch with me on every 20 of them. I can give you 15 different phone numbers, and if you call them, you'll reach me. Are they mine? No. You want me to trust you? I don't. You want me to help you? I will. You're asking for more than I can humanly possibly handle. I keep telling you. I keep telling you guys. I'm trying. I'm trying to get back to you. I'm trying to answer your emails. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're pissed off at me. I'm sorry that you don't like what I'm saying. I'm sorry it's not good enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't jump when you wanted me to jump. So I'm going to apologize to you more so you feel better and get off my ass. Because I don't know what Holly Baglio in New Jersey can do for you, but apparently you think I got something more to offer you that I don't. It kind of sounds like the Democratic National Committee paying BLM and paying Antifa for them to come tell me, Holly, you got to do something. Holly, you got to give me money. Holly, 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 Holly. And if you don't do it, Holly, I'm going to break windows and rip up somebody's town. Do you know what I did when I was starving and I didn't have money? Do you know what I did when I was homeless? Do you know what I did to make it here today to talk to you? Okay, I didn't need your help. I went to Yeshua. I went to Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh. I went to him, and he got me here. Why are you coming to Yeshua's people and demanding that they pick you up from your despair and put you where they are automatically? Do you know how many times people have called me up? Called me up. Facebook, phone number, all of it. This is why I put a no to you guys and a stop to you guys. Because y'all take advantage of it. Your hurry, you're all too happy to make it my hurry, my worry, and something for me to fix. But you haven't fixed it for years yourself. You haven't done any of that. I was about to say something else and I totally drew a blank. Heavenly Abba, give it back to me. Holly, there's a homeless cat with a litter. You got to take it into your house. Listen, I haven't eaten in a month. I'm too weak to cook. I can't take like 5 other animals in my house. Yeah, Holly, you got it. And if you don't go, if you don't do that, then you got to sit here and cover me for 5 hours while I go get the kittens and do whatever I need to. And you have to forget about the fact you want to run an HTV video. You got to come over here and do what I want you to do to make me happy. Do I ask you guys for donations? Did I ask you guys for help when I could not speak for 9 months? Did I ask you guys? Actually, I asked Russ Dizdar and Coach Dave. So for the rest of you people, you ain't got shit to say. But those 2 gentlemen do. When I was in dire straits, I asked them for help. I went to them. We prayed. I had the money to live on my own. I just needed the home to do so. We prayed. I got the home to do so. I'm paying for it. Did I expect Coach or Russ to pay for my home for me? No. It's not their fault I got in the spot to begin with to ask for help. And when I needed help, they're not the ones that got me the house to begin with. Yud Hey Vav Hey did. They just prayed with me to get back my home. And that's all they had to do. I remember getting into a chat room and this one chick, I met her and she was so nice to me the first time. A couple of times we talked, Holly, I'm homeless, and I talked to her rationally. Well, then I saw her a few after times in other chat rooms and I didn't chime in. I just watched her talk. And every time she talked over and over and over and over and over and over, you Christians won't give us homeless people money. You Christians don't care. I'm homeless and I keep coming here. And you guys keep letting me be homeless. But you keep telling me you believe in God. But I'm still homeless and I hate you. Wait a minute. Did I blame God when I was homeless? No. Did I blame anybody else when I was homeless? No. What I did was I saved up my money and I did everything I could. And I got out. Did anybody else get me out? Yes. And do you know what his name is? His name is Yeshua. He got me out and brought me into a home. I prayed. I stuck with it. I was determined. More than that, I helped Yeshua give me that blessing. I didn't complain to others expecting money. Don't come in my chat room complaining for 2 years over the same problem and then I got to suddenly jump for you. I don't know who you are. Yeah, I could take you at face value, but who are you? You have a fake ID, you don't do videos, and then when you send me an email, you give me a different name. Who are you? Why are you asking me for anything? What is wrong with you? That's what the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland should have sent. Who sent you? What's wrong with you? Why can't you do this? Why do you need Holly Baglio? Why? You just met me. You didn't need me for the other decades that you were living on this earth, but somehow you need me now? For what? To make your life more comfortable? For what? You to troll? For you to trick me? Before you ever get money from me, I'll do a video call with you. If you think you're getting my cell phone number and I'm going to call you, oh, good luck with that. Ain't going to work. I already hate giving you out my emails, my email address, because then you're mad at me because I don't respond to you immediately or respond to you 6 months later. But meanwhile, here I am doing my work, what I need to do with Yeshua, going forward, talking to my friends, praying with my friends, taking Rest in Stars training. That's what I want to do. But you guys keep telling me, no, I can't do that because you got problems in your personal life that I, Holly Bagley, will have to fix, but you're not going to Yeshua HaMashiach for it. And if you are, and you're still having this problem, and you feel like he's not helping you, and you have to go outside of him to get more help, well, no. I'm deprogramming from MK Ultra. I'm deprogramming from Pizzagate. I'm deprogramming from SRA. I'm deprogramming from the DOMs. Can't you rely on somebody a little bit stronger than me? I'm just asking a simple question. Why do you need Holly Baglio more in your life than you need Yeshua HaMashiach? Why are you asking me more than you are asking from him? Why are you asking me to solve your problems and you're not going to him and you're not doing the legwork? But you want me to, and I'm not allowed to get mad. I love you, Rin Tin Tin. Rin Tin Tin, when I see Thomas Dunn again, I don't care how much he hates me. I am stealing, swiping, and all the rest a hug from him. I had a dream about him recently. I really do look up to Thomas Dunn. Himself. I love Thomas Dunn. I've met him. I appreciate him. I look up to him. He's amazing. Oh, I'm so mad. Are you kidding me? When I couldn't speak for 9 months, homeless, sleeping in my dog's bed with my dog and cat, to make sure if Yeshua comes back for your fake doctrine, rapture, dispensationalism, that I wouldn't be forgotten. But we all know about the 7th trumpet and 2 resurrections, right? We're not going to take this out of context now. And we're definitely not going to let Q intrude. Or plastic Christian solipsism. I forgot what I was saying. There was a situation recently that really got under my skin, and I'm truly is still trying to make my way out of. Somebody calls me up and goes, oh my God, Holly, I'm having trouble with somebody else. They don't want to live with me, and they left, and they're running home. Holly, they don't want to live with me. They're running home. You need to call up Rest Isdar. SOS. Guys, do not call me telling me to call up Rest Isdar, Gregory Reed, or any of the others. Do not tell me how I have to call your phone number, because it ain't gonna fucking happen. You got Skype, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, WordPress, Fringe Radio Network. You don't need my phone number. I don't trust you when you try to get me to call you. I don't trust you when you're blocked in my chat room. You come back in with another email and you're still insistent that I have to call you to work out your problems for you that you've been saying you've had for over 2 years now. What's wrong that in 2 years you couldn't work them out yourself? I worked out my inability to speak after 10 months. That was even under 2 years. I'm not calling anybody. I'm not picking up emails. I'm not doing any of it. I'm not making myself available for most people anymore. Why are you asking me for help? Why are you coming to me and not Yeshua? Why are you not going to social services, Catholic charities, and food banks? Why are you coming here? So I can ask my friends for money? I don't want to ask my friends for money for them to give it to you. That's awkward. I don't even ask my friends money to give to me. And now you want me to ask, okay, you know what? You give me your PayPal, your GoFundMe, and I'll let everybody know you need prayers, you need funds, here's your PayPal. I can't back that up. I'm not preaching from the pulpit. I don't have a church. I don't have a safe house. I don't have a bank account with $10,000 where I could just turn around and give Nikki $5,000. There goes your problem. We just solved it. Yeah, that ain't me. That's Yeshua's territory. Why are you pressuring me to call you? Why are you pressuring me to talk to you, call you? Why are you pressuring me to get on my video? Why, when I do run a video, do you always swarm it? The other person I had to deal with, Holly, you got to call up Restistar. Oh my God, we need a safe house. No, you don't need a safe house. You're a drunk. Your friends are drunk. He's going home to his mom. You're staying with your mom. You're both drunks. You shouldn't hang out with each other. You don't need Restistar's safe house. You both need to sober up and stop asking Holly Baglio to call Restistar because you don't know how to fucking sober up. And I'm not allowed to be honest because when I'm honest, you don't like it, do you? You got some chick, oh my God, my parents were in the Navy. Oh my God, my children don't want to talk to me. Holly, oh my God, you got to call up Gregory Reed. No, I don't. Your situation, your problem, you go meet him. Why are you on my coattails telling me to call him? Why are you on my coattails telling me I got to call you to help you out of your situation when I'm already in my own? I don't have money to tithe every month. I'm on a fucking fixed income. But somehow you want my money to help you get better. And if I don't give you my money, somehow I'm wrong for it. What, because I don't want to give you my time? Because I need time for my altars? And I'm not allowed to say this, right? I'm not allowed to push back and say, hey, you've overstepped your bounds. Stop it. Especially if you're a guy. And if you're a guy with a wife, why are you coming to Holly Baglio? Why are you not going to a male evangelist, a male pastor, a male minister, why are you going to a girl? I need to ask you that. Why are you glomming onto a girl when you're a male needing male brotherhood in Christ? Why are you going to Holly Baglio when that's what you need? You're not going to find your male camaraderie in my chat room. You need to listen to Yudhe Vavhe's voice and follow him wherever he goes. Don't glom onto my coattails going, oh, I think Holly Baglio heard his voice, so I'm going to ride her coattails, so whatever she does, I'll just be in sync and automatically giving, the wedding garments to a bridegroom face, because if I'm riding Holly's coattails and going in the direction she's going, I'm automatically going to be accepted in. I'm automatically going to get through this process. I talk to people, they go through a satanic ritual abuse. No, I take it back. I talk to some people and they talk to me about some things that happened into their own lives. But then a couple of months later, after hanging out with me, people come and confide in me. So because they confide in me, I confide back in them. I tell them a private, personal story. And then they turn around and a month or two later, all of a sudden my personal story is now a part of their testimony. Do you know how many guys have glommed onto me, stealing my testimony, giving me shit for my testimony? Do you know how many girls have done it? Stealing my testimony. It goes from simple incest to all of a sudden they're involved in a satanic ritual, crying with someone, but they can't tell that someone about the details of the satanic ritual. They can only say, oh yeah, it was satanic. Okay, tell me about the satanic ritual, because I, Holly Baglio, can sit here and I can tell you about satanic rituals, sex rituals. I, Holly Baglio, can sit here and tell you about satanic rituals that I was forced a part of. I can give you details. I don't want to. I don't have to. It's not for you. But you get these other people taking that testimony and making it their own. And now you get Miles Johnston or some other Christians that say they have discernment, but really they don't. They just bite everything that's fed into them as if it's real. And it's not. Listen, incest is ugly, but incest in itself is not a satanic ritual. And when you want to write an article about someone who's satanically ritualized and abused, it would include the details of that satanic sex ritual. Oh, well, I met this person so-and-so, and they said they were, incest, and it's satanic ritual abuse. And then the article goes on more to say, oh, but there's many other survivors, blah, 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 blah. Listen, yeah, there's survivors, but who you're interviewing is a fucking fraud. That's a fraud. You have a fraud trying to put itself as the mouthpiece to satanic, ritualized, and abused real victims. Oh my God, I got a hernia operation. Yeah, you're gonna fucking survive. I hate to give you the bad news. It's just a hernia. It's a minor operation. When they took my tonsils out of minor operation, I got sick from the age of 9 for the rest of my life with asthma, bronchial asthma, and allergies. That's a death sentence. You're getting a hernia out. Are you kidding me? Really? So somehow now your hernia is attached to satanic ritual abuse and I have to accept you somehow, but meanwhile, you've done magic against me and my ministries, and I don't believe your testimony, but now I gotta be there because you got a hernia. It's a minor operation. Your incest does not classify as satanic ritual abuse. I don't know where your uncle took you, but it wasn't into a dump. I don't know what you think your bloodlines are, but I can tell you that your Scottish Rite bloodlines, that part of your testimony, was stolen. Stolen. You stole it from my other brother in Christ. You've got nothing to do with the Scottish Rite. Even your mother says so. You get another young chick. She steals Brooke's testimony and my testimony, does an interview, and lies throughout it. And hundreds of people are going to listen to her. Meanwhile, this dipshit saying how she's from Project Paperclip. I wasn't even Holly Baglio wasn't even born during the time of Project Paperclip. But somehow some 30-year-old blonde-headed chick is going to say how she's from Project Paperclip. You're not. That was for Nazi scientists, royalty, elites, and wealthy people that were, brought out of World War II. And these were the people that created the concentration camps. It was Hitler, Joseph Mengele, Himmler. By the way, I met the daughter of Himmler. But you fucking ass-tards steal her testimony like you do mine. Yeah, I pretty much said it. You're fucking ass-tards. You steal our testimony, and then you want us to keep being your friend. You want us to keep telling our ministries how great you are, and how I guess something happened, because if something didn't happen, I guess you wouldn't be so demented to steal our testimonies. No! You're that demented that you're stealing someone else's testimony so you can get money, so you can get prayers, so you can get attention, so you can get in. And now you're going to target all of Holly Baglio's friends and all of her ministries to say, oh yeah, I'm Holly Baglio's friend, so automatically I'm a survivor. No, you're not. You fucking lied. You lied. You lied. And I'm not allowed to tell you how you lied. I'm not allowed to call you out, because if I do, somehow I'm not a Christian. Well, I guess all of our feathers are going to be ruffled and skirts blown up in the air, because Holly Baglio's not going to stop. I'll stop when Yeshua returns. And if you don't like what I have to say, don't get involved with me. You know I'm public. You're not going to change what Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh gave to me and how he works through me. Stop trying to make me conform to what makes you feel better so you feel better. I'm not a feel-good sermon. My name is Holly Baglio. Now I'll talk to Wild-Hearted, because Yeshua, I feel, is shining through Wild-Hearted, and we can have a conversation about these things. And strengthen each other and bring each other stronger into Yeshua's life. But, I mean, if you come into my life and you're hell-bent on some dead carnal Christianity, conforming to it, or if you're a new age trying to make things fit, all of this is not going to work. You need to go to Yeshua directly. Hey, Uplifted Music, it's great to see you. He's probably not here, but I've been wanting to talk to him. It's just taken me a while. There's a lot a lot to think about. Oh! I'm not allowed to get mad. I'm not allowed to voice all of this. I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to. Or better yet, you can't stand up to those accuse you, Holly. No, you can't tell anybody how you don't like Q. Holly, hey, when somebody face to face fucking disses you and is rude and ignorant to you and giving you a hard time and they don't have any time and title, Holly, guess what? You have to suck it, swallow, and deal with it. Because they're better than you. They know better than you. They're a part of this world. They're going to decide and determine for you what's good for you. And if you don't accept it, then, well, oh my goodness, you're politically incorrect and you just need to go into a psych ward. You're evil, Holly. But I'm good. And if you don't take my words and put them into your life and start living them, well, Holly, yeah, it's you. Oh, Holly, you don't like what we're saying and doing? Holly, you're not with us? Yeah, Holly, you're fired. Good. You know what? Fucking fire me! Because I want to be on Yudhe Vavhe's staff, not yours. You don't like what I got to say? You want to put fear and confusion and anxiety into me? You want to make me think that your solipsism because you're disappointed in me is all of a sudden going to change my attitude around? Yo, motherfuck, I come from the dumbs. It ain't happening. I get confronted with these people all the time. Oh, I'm ghetto. I'm from the streets. Oh, Holly, I'm homeless. I'm from the streets. Oh, Holly, I'm this, I'm that, and I got money. And meanwhile, none of you have a true soul. I don't even see your soul. You're like Polly want a cracker. Yeah, I got a fucking cracker for you. I am one. I'm Whitey. I remember when I used to go into Newark, the names I would be called because I'm a white girl. Are you fucking kidding me? Did you ever test my DNA? How do you know I'm not more black than you are? You should never judge a book by its cover. And I mean a true black American. Born black in this country, a black American. Because, you know, there's a bunch of white people being born over in Africa, but they're not called black Africans. They're not even called white Africans. The white people born over in Africa are called white people. Holly, I can't believe you're talking about race. Well, guess what? I gave up politics and I got into the race. You want to talk about skin color and problems because of your color of your skin or your last name? You know what my white friends would call me from the Baptist church from Millington? Do you know what they would call me? They would call me nigger when they got mad at me. Do you know what my friends from high school in Ridge High School, Basking Ridge, New Jersey would call me when they got mad at me? They called me nigger. Not N-I-G-G apostrophe A. Nah, I wasn't a homegirl. I was a straight E-R. I'm half Sicilian. And because I'm half Sicilian, most of the guys I dated, including the Puerto Ricans, would call me a nigger because I'm the shit off the boot. You want to know the truth? Here's the truth. AT&T called me a nigger. I'm half Sicilian. Ridge High School, William Annan called me a nigger. I'm Sicilian, shit off the boot. Yeah, you did. 'Cause I'm a guinea. Yeah, you did. Call me that. Yeah, you did. Don't act fucking white now. Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't say that. Yeah, you did. You Christians, you called me the N-word because I'm half Sicilian and I was being attacked by the darkness. But hey, you're going to get raptured out of here, so don't you worry about us niggers left behind. That's what you called me. But I'm not allowed to say it, right? But you call me that. Because I'm half Sicilian, half shit off the boot. And that's okay for you to call me the N-word. But I'm not allowed to use it on white folk who really fucking deserve it, right? The definition of the N-word is ignorance. It is not classified by the color of your skin. Do you know how many ex-boyfriends of mine called me nigger? They were Puerto Rican, they were white. All of them called me that. But I'm not allowed to say the N-word. I mean, really, if you want to know the truth, I was 18 years old being called by a Christian nigger as I was cooking them food in my own kitchen in Grandma's house at 313 White Neck Road. I was cooking them chicken, pulling it out of the oven, and they're calling me a nigger. And they're white Baptist people. Wrap your minds around that, and then we can have a discussion. I'll be right back. So I probably really extended myself too much in this video. Most likely extended myself way too much. There's some people that I would like to call back because I love them and they called me during the video and I probably think that I should go because of my mouth and because of my honesty. But listen, a video like this is only going to come out on HTV. That's it. So I really don't quite know what to say to people that have like Technicolor issues. I don't understand people anymore that forget about humanity. I don't understand when people got a problem with someone else and now all of a sudden their life is ruined and you're going to hear about it for 3-4 hours. You're going to hear about it this day, the next day, and the day after. I don't understand people that can't wrap their heads around MK Ultra, satanic ritual abuse, Pizzagate. I cannot understand people that give their tax dollars away blindly to a government and military. And then when they come face to face with a whistleblower that does tell them where the tax dollars meant, they treat said person like a piece of fucking shit. What I don't like is then when that said person goes to someone like my ministry, I'm going to get loud. I don't like when someone says that crap to me. And then they say that crap to my ministries. And these ministries I follow and I love and I try to meet them in person and I try to go in conference. I try to reach out. And it's because Yud-Hey, Vav-Hey in Yeshua HaMashiach's name led me to them. And I go to them the best I can. What I don't understand is the people out in the public bashing them, my ministries. I can't understand the people in the public not listening to my ministries. And I've been putting up posts on Facebook, Twitter, Gab, and you name it. Showing you the videos I watch. Showing you the people I'm following. To boot, I put up my personal diary to you guys and tell you exactly where I'm coming from, what I think, and how I'm feeling. I'm doing everything I can to make you talk to Yeshua HaMashiach. Just talk to him. Just get started talking to him. Just talk to him. Now I get this whole save, baptism, freedom, deliverance, and all these other words we're using are beyond you. Don't listen to me. Listen to him. Just start talking to him. The second you start talking to him, he's going to answer you back. He's going to give you a sign. What I pray is for you not to pass that sign off like it's some kalinky dink. Oh, Holly, like Veronica Nuremberg, right? Nuremberg. Oh, Holly, it's just a kalinky dink, says she in junior high. Oh, it's just a coincidence. No, there are no coincidences. Do you understand how small this world is? Go learn what this world is by reading the Holy Bible. Stop listening to NASA. They lied to you. We never went to the moon. You want to learn about Seagates? You can do that. You want to learn about Anunnaki, fallen angels, and all their technology? We can do that. But you're going to believe some pedophile corporation called NASA as the truth? All they're doing is raping kids and lying to you. Why do you think Buzz Aldrin and all those astronauts from NASA came out having an alcohol problem, drug problem? Do you know why these astronauts from NASA came out having those problems? It's because it's a lie! Oh my God, Holly yelled, and because she yelled like that, we can't listen to her anymore. They took these astronauts. Remember, I was in what, 5th grade? 7-Up was the joke. There were 7 astronauts, one of which was a teacher. They went up, exploded. What do the fish eat now? 7-Up, the Challenger. Meanwhile, NASA never gives you a straight answer. And that teacher and all the astronauts on the Challenger, when I was in 5th grade, are still alive. They're alive. Buzz Aldrin, do you know how much he suffers in his heart? You don't. I know you don't. Do you know how much Buzz Aldrin suffers? Coming to terms with this, with the lie, what he was used for, and how to oh my God, what do you do? And then, you got these presidents and politicians wanting you to stand there in front of them and say how great our government is, how great the space program that NASA has is, how great this is, how great that is. And you're standing there crossed and confused thinking, wait the fuck a minute. Wait a minute. We didn't go there. Don't you remember the warehouse down the street with the cables and the drugs and the fun time we had? Yeah? Well, I thought it was just going to be a fun time. Now all of a sudden, like 25, 50 years later, here's Buzz Aldrin standing in front of a child. And a child is asking him, did you go to the moon? And here's Buzz Aldrin having a conscience, looking at this child going, it's all about money. We never really went there. He won't lie to a child, but you put him in front of the adults, he's going to try to shine his smile for you so you buy what NASA's doing and keep giving your money to them and the government and the whole hip hip ha ha ha. What flag is on the moon, guys? Tell me, what flag is on the moon? I mean, from what we heard, it was the American flag, right? But at the beginning of Barry Obama's first 4 years as president, he replaced that flag on the moon. What did he replace the flag with? How did he get to the moon? And now all of a sudden, Barry Obama is president and there's a new flag on the moon and it's all right. But nobody's gone to the moon. Nobody's gone to the moon. But they got a new flag on the moon as of Barry Obama. Where's he sticking it? In Michael Obama's ass? Because that sounds about correct to me. It's not the actual moon that is above the Earth's surface. I don't know what kind of hell that Buzz Aldrin went through, but I sure do know that I pray Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh takes it away from him. And I pray Buzz Aldrin can have peace and serenity, calmness. And I pray he knows that he's not the one to blame for all of this. Just like I'm not to blame for being on the SSP or Super Soldier. We were all used in the projects, from Buzz Aldrin to me to you guys in my chat room. Safi, Seller. Well, Safi, aka Lily, and some of you already in my chat room. Right? Deaf bread, there is no example for them. What example are they going to get? going to get an example on TV? They're going to get an example on their video games? Are they going to get an example or role model given to them through the audio version while they're playing their video games on the internet connected to each other? The example and role models for kids nowadays. Let's talk about the role models for kids nowadays, right? Okay. The role models for kids nowadays. I'm just going to go by the people I met face to face. I am not going to go by the people on the internet. I am not going to go by the people I have met at conferences. I am going to stick with commenting on only those people I meet face to face, that I have to interact with. You want to know about them and their children? Let's talk. This is a great topic, Deaf Bread. Let's talk. So parents nowadays can, stir up a frenzy having sex. But once the child is born, they're too busy and they cannot be bothered. And oh my goodness, you mean during the COVID, we have to have our kids stay home and teach them? Well, that means that me and my spouse won't have a sex life. That means that me and my spouse can't do this and can't do that. Hey, listen, Holly, me and my spouse were going out to work, and now all of a sudden with the COVID, we have to stay home with our kids, make sure they're doing their computer homework, and make sure they're going to classes. Holly, oh my goodness, my kids are not attending their online classes and they're failing school. All right, well, first off, Holly Baglio has this to say. Your kids would have been failing even if they were in school, not only online. What the fuck is wrong with you that you have a child and you don't school them? They don't even know how to use a tampon. They put the whole plastic applicator plus the cotton. They just take off the wrapper and they put all of that stuff up inside of them. That's how well you guys are doing as parents. Right? So let's take Yeshua out of the schools. Now you got LGBTQP. So a little kid from kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, they come home and go, Mommy, Daddy, I'm LGBTQP. STURVXYZ. And Mommy and Daddy say, what do you mean you're LGBTQ? Well, Mommy, Daddy, my favorite color is blue, and they have a flag, and on the flag is blue, and on the LGBTQPST flag, there's blue on it, so I'm gay, lesbian, try anything, fluid this, fluid that, and yes, so because I'm the color blue on the LGBTQPST flag, that means I am gay, lesbian, transsexual, try it, do it, yes, anything except what's in the Holy Bible. So that's what I am, because I like either the red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple that's on their flag. If I like one of the colors on the LGBTQP flag, then that means I am gay, lesbian, try anything, as well as animals and fluid as such. And I get to pick what I'm doing. Right, Mommy and Daddy? Here's where the discrepancy comes in. You tell kids in grammar school they can pick out whether they want to be a girl or boy based on the flag of LGBTQPSTRS, whatever. So they can pick that out. Right? And that's good. And this is what you let into your schools. Forget about men having sex with women and women having sex with men. When they're married, Premarital sex is immoral sex. A woman having sex with another woman is, I hate to tell you guys, immoral. A man having sex with another man is immoral. A man dressed up as a woman having sex with another man is immoral. A woman playing the butch having sex with another girl that's playing the princess, it's immoral. Even if a man and woman were married, it's immoral. Deuteronomy talks about this. How dare you get pissed off at Holly Baglio that she has to remind you you're not reading the Holy Bible to understand your sexual immorality. You get wives nowadays. Let me tell you guys. Wives nowadays, do they want to be with their husbands? No, they don't. Do they want to look at and touch every man that they visit and see, or that walks in the door where they just happen to be? Yes. That man's cute. This man is entertaining. That man gives me his attention. Oh, but the man that I'm married to at home, yeah, he's not interested in me. Now there's two problems. That man at home that's not interested in you, he's doing the same thing you are. You're out there throwing yourself, spreading yourself around. You can't understand why your marriage doesn't work. Your spouse can't understand why your marriage doesn't work. But there you are being adulterous. But you're not going to call it adulteress. Instead, you're going to get pissed off at Holly Baglio going, don't you judge me. Don't you criticize me. Listen, Holly Baglio's not doing that. You, on the other hand, are married. And I'm watching you handle your marriage. And I used to think that marriage was sacred. But after watching you with it, I know it's just a commodity to be tossed around, bribed, bought, sold, borrowed. And then you're upset why your marriage doesn't work. Well, maybe it's because you went outside your marriage. Or worse yet, you got a guy that wants you to fucking bow down to him, lay down, give him everything that you got. But he's not willing to do the same thing. And because he's not willing to do the same thing, you're automatically wrong, and he's a bigger man than you, and he's got it all right. And women should be like flocking to him because he's just so great. But meanwhile, he doesn't have Yeshua. He should not be around kids. He's a drug dealer. He doesn't pray to Yeshua. He relies on you to pray to Yeshua. He relies on you to take his family and his kids to the church, but he won't do that for his own family and kids, but he expects you to do it for his family and kids. Well, he's got satanic tattoos on him. And what is wrong with you people that you got to tattoo yourselves? I'm going to be an asshole and I'm going to give it to you. Don't tell me, oh, well, Holly, the second I got saved to Yeshua, I just had to, what's it called? Bloodlet. I just had to bloodlet to make sure that Jesus knows I am him. And Holly, because I bloodlet, that means that I'm closer to Jesus than you are. But Holly, I bloodlet. And then I bloodlet my 15-year-old daughter and gave her a tattoo. Because, see, that's going to bring us closer to Jesus. Oh, and that's going to give us a bond. Oh, but Holly, once I turned to Jesus, I got a tattoo. And it says Jesus over my tattoo. So that means it's okay, Holly. I'm a Christian, Holly. And I got a tattoo that says I love Jesus, but I'm a Christian, Holly. Okay, how are you a Christian when God said, don't bloodlet, you got reborn to him, so say you, and now you're bloodletting and getting a tattoo with his name on you. But that's all right, right? Because you turned to him. And because you turned to him means you can bloodlet and put your name in his arm, and that's going to be okay, according to him, after he already told you, keep your body as a temple. Keep your body as a temple. And here you go, guys, go writing on it. But hey, I don't have to worry because you guys got Christian tattoos. And hey, Christian tattoos are different than bloodletting. Yeah, because they're Christian. But any other tattoo of bloodletting is not good. But hey, I got a cross. I got Yeshua's name on me. That's okay, Holly. Because I bloodlet myself on Yeshua after he told me not to do it. After he told me to treat my body as a temple. I bloodlet. So this tattoo with Yeshua's name on it is after him. Because he told me not to bloodlet. I still did it with a tattoo. But somehow I redid the whole bloodletting satanic ritual be okay so I can have this tattoo that says Yeshua. But he told me not to bloodlet. And even though I did it, it's okay because I put his name on it. I'm going to take a break. I'm not done being pissed off. One of my friends from my normal life, back from Tequila Joe's, you know, a partier. I don't know if you've read my autobiography, but you guys have read about Tequila Joe's. So this one dude comes out and visits me, right? He comes to my home in Somerville before I lost it after 10 years. And I really liked this person. I mean, I appreciated them. I mean, I'm not talking about sex, love, dating, and all that stuff. I just mean as a person, as an individual, and how they treated me and how they spoke to me. So this person drives out an hour and a half, comes, visits me in Somerville. And we get talking. And it was during the transition of me going from everything I knew in this normal life to waking up to being a super soldier. It was on that precipice. So he comes over, we're talking for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. And I said to him, I said, listen, this is the thing that hangs me up. And I'm just going to give it to you straight. Like, no offense, I'm not going to use his name. I said, no offense, but, you know, you're getting tattoos under this blood moon triad, okay? So the moon's turning blood red, and during these moons, you went out and you got tattoos. I don't know much about anything, but I'm just going to tell you my overall feeling that I'm sensing from Yud Hey Vav Hey, my creator. Not the source. I hate when people call him the source, the divine. All right, New Age assholes, get to stepping off my page. And I said to this person, listen, you're doing these tattoos under the blood red moons of the tetrad. I feel like while you're doing this, you're basically giving your allegiance to something else. And I really feel, with the way that I know you personally as my friend, you know, we're partying at Tequila Joe's, we go after parties, we're chilling. You drove out an hour to come see me. It was like 2013, 2014. And I care. I think that we need to pray over your tattoos. I think that you need to stop. And, like, I really want you, like, to have your eternal destination set with Abba. This guy did not want to hear anything about him and his tattoos. He didn't want to hear it. He was kind to me in that he did not face off with me. I'm sure once he left my presence, so to speak, once he went home, I'm sure he had some choice words to his friends, just like I'm having some choice words with you here and now, so to speak. But, yeah, he gave his allegiance to something else, and he knows it's okay with him. What I said doesn't matter, but that's okay. His free will chose to go with the entities that encourage him to bloodlet, because when you bloodlet and you get a tattoo, your blood's coming out, they smell it, they sense it, and the ink's going in, and it is a whole communion for you on the dark side. So just like Yeshua lovers take communion with unleavened bread and grape juice or wine or water, what have you, well, tattoo artists and people of tattoos, well, for them, that is their communion. Point simple and straight. I mean, you're searching after ink going under your skin. You're not searching for your mind to sink into the Holy Bible the way the ink is sinking into your skin. Oh, Bahali, this is my mother, this is my father. Oh, Bahali, this is my ex that was killed in a motorcycle accident, and I've never been able to love after him. I got this tattoo, or better yet, some douchebag from some famous band is sitting in my living room, and I say, hey, so-and-so, what's on your arm? Why you got it blacked out? And so-and-so just looks back at Holly Baglio and plays her off like the tattoo wouldn't matter. But no offense, you bloodlet yourself. How does it not matter? Why won't you speak to it? And now here you go. You got like 9 inches of a black spot from your shoulder to your elbow that's blacked out, covering something up. And you can't express to me what went wrong in your life for this and that and the other thing to happen. But here I am, Holly Baglio, telling you about my life in a cage. Here I am, Holly Baglio. You're sitting in my house, and I go in my closet, and I rip down my papers, my crayons, my markers, and me and my alters bring them out and say, look, this is what we do. What happened to you that you have a tattoo? And you won't answer it for me, but meanwhile I'm showing you my crayons. You know what? You can laugh as much as you want and go right ahead. Go right ahead. Where are your crayons is my question. And why don't you have them? Why can't you draw a picture of your dreams? Why can't you draw a picture of your visions? Why can't you draw a picture of your relationship with Yeshua HaMashiach? And now here I am supposed to believe you? Fuck that. I worked hard. Am I going to be homeless again? Yes, I am. And when I am, my cat and dog are coming with me. I go do a conference and I speak in front of 65 people. I speak in front of 10 people. I speak in front of 2 people. I leave the state of New Jersey. My cat and dog are coming with me. Either we stay with you or I'll sit in my car. Because there's this little certain part of the Holy Bible that really strikes me. Not quite sure where it is. You guys know. I'm just going to talk to you in my altar. So there's this little part of the Holy Bible that says, when shit hits the fan, do not go back down into your house and grab your belongings. You leave and you start running right now. Do not go back home. Do not pick up your belongings. Do not look back. Do not go back. There's going to come a time where you're going to have to flee. And when you flee, it's going to be, like Sodom and Gomorrah, where you are being brought out by angels and they're telling you, don't look back. Just run and run. Well, Save and Keeper are not going to be left behind. I go anywhere, they're coming with me. And when I run, they're running, we're running. And we're focused on Yeshua. I'm not leaving them behind. I'm jumping around. This is like the worst video I've ever made. Deaf Bread, I'm so happy to see you. Right now, Deaf Bread, I'll be honest, you are the balancing factor right now. Deaf Bread. Deaf Bread! You're the balancing factor right now. I can balance right now. Deaf Bread, you brought me through a lot of ugly situations. I don't think you have any idea about. So I see your name, I can look at it, and I can balance. It just so happens that I'm fortunate, and right now while I'm balancing, I'm on the upswing. In 2019, remember that Christmas where you were a featured guest on my channel? Okay, I was miserable. I was miserable, Deaf Bread. You know. Remember when I was in Tennessee, Deaf Bread? I remember talking to you, Deaf Bread, and I would just sing to you in the chat room. And Deaf Bread, you would just be reassuring. You'd be like, it's all right, Holly. And you didn't deny me. You held strong. The factor. I listen for you, Deaf Bread. I do listen to you. Yeah, you know what we're going to do on this channel? We're going to rip the Super Bowl apart. We're going to rip the Super Bowl apart. Wow, guys. I guess I'm having, see, I think what's happening to me now with my altars was happening to me back in 2016 and 2017. definitely 2015, I would put up these videos where I would totally wow out and my trolls would just run with it. Well, this video is me wilding out. I'm pissed off, upset, and trying to get through stuff. If my trolls try to touch this, I'm going to send somebody else down to their addresses to sort it out for me. Because some of my trolls, I have their addresses and phone numbers. I don't want to hear it. It's too much. This is not going to be one of my best videos. This would be like a video that I would never think to put on anyone else's channel or anyone else's timeline or anyone else's. This is my video. I get to have this video. And I yelled. I used bad words. I forgot what I was saying at multiple times in this video. And you know what? I don't care. I care that you guys made it feel comfortable. I love you, Nick, Dory, Susie Q, Babu, Rin, Jamie, Seller, everybody in my chat room I have not given love out to. Officer Hot, ECWN, WWF. I've seen a few of you. Mark. Oh my goodness, where did that comment come from? Okay. Lynn loves him. It's great to see you, sweetheart. Uplifted music. I love your music. You don't understand how much I love your music. I'm sorry I don't get to talk to you that much. I am very slow, and it takes me time to resonate things. I'm going to talk to you, Uplifted Music, for a second, if you don't mind, if you're still here. Uplifted Music, my altar's going to talk to you. I don't feel quite comfortable all the time to answer everyone's questions. There's someone now, they ask me to prophesy. I don't want to. Yudhe tells me what he wants me to know. I can ask Yudhe some things, but like money, love, and all that stuff, it's not one of them. Uplifted music. I am so happy that you are my friend. I ask Yudhe to show me things. And so far, the only thing that he has showed me is his power, strength, and authority. So I want to focus on that. So whatever prayers I can give will have that in it. And that's the biggest first step I can do with anything. If Yudhe allows me to see things or know things, it's on his own free will. He does not always bless me. There's somebody else that I'm talking to. There's somebody else completely I'm talking to in my private life. I know the answers to their questions. I've given them, but I can't. Yudhe my heavenly Abba, if prophecy is a spiritual gift, I want it. I do. Selah, in Yeshua's name. However, I'm gonna kind of be honest with you guys. Whatever prophecy he gives to me, it's life and death prophecies. It's not, You're going to get a girlfriend. You're going to get money. You're going to get a house. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. And everything's going to be okay. And you're going to. Yeah, no. I don't want you guys to come ask me what Yud Vav He is saying. I don't want you guys to come ask me about prophecy. When Yud Vav He puts something on me, when Yud Vav He gives me a dream and vision, I will automatically tell you. You coming to me and you asking me is not going to make him automatically tell you, and it is not going to make it automatically make him tell me, and it is not automatically going to make you to have an answer. If you really want an answer, then you should go ask, seek, and knock after him. Ask him, seek him, knock on his door. He'll open it. Not too difficult. You do not need Holly Baglio for that. I know you think you need me for it, but you really don't. I went before Heavenly Abba and I nagged him. I said, Heavenly Abba, I want to hear your voice like Yeshua, like Noah heard your voice. I want to know you. I want to have you. I want to make you mine. And I never, ever, ever want to let you go. But if you want me to answer your questions because you don't want to do that with Yeshua, no offense, I'm not feeling inclined. It's going to take the Holy Spirit to tap my shoulder, to appease you, make you happy, do what you want. And guess what? I'm not feeling his tap on my shoulder. I don't care what money you want. I don't care what love in your life you want. Guess what? I don't got no money. I don't got no love. I don't got no sex. I ain't got jack. But you want to come to me for me to tell you that God's going to give you sex, money, cars, this, that, the other thing. And you're going to be on top of your game. I don't want your money. I don't want to be your prophet. I was already your prophet. I already did this. I already told you what's going to happen. I already showed you my pictures. I already gave you my testimony. I don't need like da 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 music. We're going to head into tribulations. Da 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 da. We're going to have a president that wins by a landslide, but he's not going to be in the White House. Da 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 da. We're a prophet. Oh my God, God gave me this dream. God told me this, that, the other thing. Meanwhile, they don't wake up and test the spirits. Oh my God, Holly, remember how that song that Yud Vav He gave you in your dreams? Yeah, well, he gave me a song in my dreams, so that means I'm just like you. That means I remember heaven before I was born, just like you believe that you know heaven before you were born, but God gave me a song, and you have a song, though, so that means that I remember heaven before I was born, just like you do, right, Holly, 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 Holly? Right, Holly, Holly, Holly? Oh my God, Holly stood up for herself. Oh my God, Holly's speaking. Oh my God, we have to silence her with every threat and technique we've got. That's what we need to do. Guys, give me another. Lily. Safi. Lily. I have been thinking about you so much. I'd like to talk to you privately. We'll get a chance to do so. Lynn loves him. Look up. Your redemption draws near. Yeah, Lynn, this is what gets me. I've heard Coach Dave and some other people just say something similar to that, like, look up and your redemption draws nigh. There was another saying. Another saying. It's something like, those endure to the end will be saved. Okay. Is it those who endure to the end of their lives? Is it those who endure to the end, but they get to see the end that Yeshua returns? What if some people endure loving Yeshua, but they die first? Versus those people that love Yeshua and don't die, but they see Yeshua's second return. And I said to Heavenly Abba, wait a moment. So what about those people that endure to the end, but they die before the quote, end, unquote, like the tribulation end, the end that you're speaking of? Heavenly Abba, if those people die before that, but because they endured to their end, will they be saved too? Or is those who endure to the end, does that mean, Heavenly Abba, that if we do not endure to your end, that because we don't endure to your end, that we're not enduring to the end, so therefore we will not be saved? Like, what the end are we talking about? Is it the end of Holly Baglio's life where, hypothetically speaking, she dies of natural causes, like my grandparents who raised me did? Or is it endure to the end, your end, Heavenly Abba, your end? So if I live and I get to your end and I've endured living life to your end specifically, is that the end? And is that okay? But what happens with those other people that did not live to the end to see you return, for that to be their end, but they died previously? So, which to the end? I will endure to the end, and when I endure to the end, I will see my salvation. What end do you mean? Like, what if I die before I get to see Yeshua HaMashiach return? That means I did not endure until his return. So if I died before his return, that means I'm not saved. Yeshua says no. Yeshua says to me, he says, Holly Baglio, no. Your life from start to finish, I want you to endure. I want you to stay with me, be with me, and keep trucking forward, Bags. Keep going forward, Bags. And when you get to your end, that'll be the end. But you've endured from the beginning to the end. And your end, you have kept focus on me. That's your end. That's not the world's end. That's not to say if you don't live out your last days and die short before the end of the world, that you won't see your salvation. No, Holly, that is a specific thing relating to your life. You endure. you love me, you keep your chin up, and you keep searching, seeking after me, and I'm going to open the door. So until your end, you keep focusing forward, because then you will have endured. And here's your salvation. Listen, guys, anybody that called me on a cell phone, I'm going to be like, I can't call you back. I'm going to look at my emails and private messages. I'm going to see your names pop up and go, I can't respond. I'm going to sit here in my chair, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to sit back and think, man, they fucking hate me. I hate me. They hate me. I don't blame them. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and I'm going to feel discontinued. I can't tell you all the ways that I'm going to feel pushed into darkness. I'm going to kick myself in the ass for not saying and doing things better. I'm going to kick myself in the ass for talking about what my alters are going through. I'm going to feel terrible about everything I said. But if I didn't say it, then how do I work through it? I don't know. I'm working all these issues out. My altars today were shuddering and shaking. My altars were like, okay, well, wait a minute. We said 3 o'clock. You guys are saying 12. And I'm thinking, oh, my God. And I'm getting worried. And, like, I have so much coming at me. And then in the end, it was just like, Holly, you know what? Go home. You're not used to even yourself. Go home. When I got home, I kid you not, I was like Mrs. T, you know, with the chains, chopping down trees on my property and throwing pavement over it so they can't grow back again. I get home and I'm like on the landlord's door going, you better do this and that driveway, the other thing, and the I mean, I was like, and then I turned around and walked away. And I'm like, listen, now I expect and it was only because I was so upset because I felt like I disappointed the people that I love face to face. See, the people I love face to face, I understand I can say what I say, but when it comes right down to it, they're in my heart. The people I know face to face, I'll do anything for. And they're all like, but you never call us back, Holly. You never talk to us. You never hang out. You never call back. Yeah, I get all that. But listen, you left your mark on my heart. That's all I care about. The rest of everything is just, you know, formalities, whatever. And then I got all these 169 altars. So when I get done with this video with you, I can look at the people that called me, look at their names and think to myself, I can't call them back. I can't do this. I don't know what to say. And God forbid they yell at me. You know, these are the people I want to stay in my life. I love them. I want to do better. But I can't do anything more than I'm doing right now. And I hate myself because I used to do better. I used to be a powerhouse. And I ain't jack shit right now. And I made the worst video of my entire life right now. I don't know what I'm going to say for myself. I can tell you what's going to happen after this. I will be praying with and for all of you, but honestly, I'm going to hate me. I'm going to tell myself that I'm disgusting. I'm going to make myself retrace every word I said on this video, and then I'm going to remind myself that I am disgusting, ugly, and I've got no right, reason, or anything to be here. And because I'm here, I'm going to be dragged out by my ear and shot in a firing squad tribunal as being bad for this country and bad for you guys. So I feel like I'm kind of juggling things. I don't have everything down pat. I never tried to make it out like I was. I'm really sorry that I am pathetic and I disappoint you guys as my friends. I'm really sorry for some of you guys that you're pissed off at me. Hey! No. I'm sorry you don't like my alters. I'm sorry when you don't like when they talk. I'm sorry that I am still so messed up that I have alters. I'm sorry that I'm struggling. I'm sorry that you feel I'm not sanctified and set free. I'm sorry that you feel I'm still demonically possessed. I'm sorry that you feel that I am under you and that you're better than me and you can't figure out why anything happens to me that's good because I have no right to it. I get it. And I feel like that about most people too. No, I take that back. I feel about that about one or two people here or there that I see public. I get that I am disgusting. I get that I don't word myself right. I get that I make bad videos. I get that you guys want to give me advice to lift me up, make me better, and make my videos better. I'm sorry I don't listen to you. There are other people that give me advice, and I kid you not, I never want to listen to. I remember being in Maryland, and I had to run these videos and be pretty and, like, just have, like, a glossed-over smile and do what you want to do. And I got to be honest, my alters hated having a glossed-on smile. They hated being told, hey, if you word yourself like this, talk like that, do the other thing, hey, you'll be listened to more. And when you're not here and you run out to the store to get cat litter, we're going to sit in your bedroom and we're going to sit there and sit there and sit there. You don't have any private place, Holly. Oh my God, Holly. You can't talk about these things. And when you talk about these things, they're going to be wrong. Rin Tin Tin. Rin, I want to tell you this because I know you love me and I know you believe me and I love you. Rin Tin Tin, hands down, flat out, straight up. I like and love Agape, Meek Thomas Dunn. I love my pastor and minister, Meek Thomas Dunn. I don't know about all the rest. I don't know about all the rest. appreciate him. Rin Tin Tin, I had such a bad night. I had a few bad nights. Remember my birthday present, Rin Tin Tin? Yeah. I dragged Keeper and Sava up on the bed, and they hated it because they can't jump off with it. And I try to lift the bug net up, but sometimes they look at me. But yesterday I put Keeper and Sava up on the bed, threw my bug net down, and they laid with me for a while. But when they want to get down, they want to get down, and they don't like the bug not being in their way. Rin Tin Tin, I'm scared. I'm scared, Rin Tin Tin. Okay, guess what, guys? I think today and part of tomorrow I'm going to call out sick MK Ultra. And if you want me to go get tested for COVID, you can suck my dick and twiddle my balls while you're down there. But I'm going to call out sick MK Ultra. I'm going to call out sick MK Ultra because I think, I might need some more time with this. And I'm sorry, it's not over with really quickly. I'm sorry I don't have other people to take care of it for me. I'm sorry I don't have a bunch of money in some big house. I'm sorry I don't know a bunch of big thugs and ghetto people from inner cities in New Jersey that can take care of it for me. Sorry I'm not the fucking mafia either. I'm sorry my name is just Holly, and I'm sorry that you got to meet just me. I'm sorry that I'm running scared for my life just like you're running scared for your life. I'm sorry I don't have the answers. I'm sorry I'm not going to say anything right. I'm sorry I don't have any legend to explain to you. And I'm sorry that you will not listen to me when I tell you that Yudhe Vavhe is your refuge and he will protect you from all of this. I'm sorry that you doubt him more than you won't listen to me. Because I'm a piece of garbage. I'm trash. Yudhe Vavhe, he is infinite. And he came here on earth. Alright guys, I feel like I'm making a complete jackass out of myself. I don't know. I can't. What do I say? Where do I go? When I hang up this video, when I hang up the video and I'm not with you guys anymore and I don't get to talk to you, and I don't get to be here on HGV, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I act? I don't want those fucking plastic Christians and those fucking inner city assholes telling me what to do. I just want Yeshua. I want the calmness of him. And I want the people that he puts in my life so I can make sense of all of this. So when I show up with you right now and my MK Ultra is spinning, I call out sick. And if you don't let me call out sick, what the fuck is wrong with you for not letting it happen when I reached my end? I told Rusty Starr and Sherry Clausen, May 30th, June 1st, 2019. I underestimated the MK Ultra. I was wrong. I won't do it again. And where am I today? Underestimating the MK Ultra. I'm overestimating you guys. I'm overestimating you. I think you guys can handle an ex-super soldier. I think you guys can handle a Pizzagate survivor. I'm overestimating you guys while underestimating myself, thinking you guys got the lockdown on my trauma and torture, thinking you guys got something that could help me by listening to your solipsism and your cherry picking shit. No. Guys, the best advice I can give you is this. You go talk to Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I don't care if you got pride, you read the Holy Bible beforehand and you got this, you got that. I don't care if you're new to the Holy Bible and you think, oh my gosh, Holly, if I open up the Holy Bible, I'm not going to understand his words. I'm not going to understand God, Holly. I'm a peon. I open up the Bible. It's too sacred for me to even look at. No, guys. No. No. He gave you life. Go look in the mirror. You see go look in the mirror and look at yourself. You see that beautiful face in the mirror? That's your individuality. Those are the colors that he gave you to see about himself. It's like an apple, right? An apple is red, and that's what you see as red. But the one color that the apple is missing is the actual color of red. The only reason why you see red on an apple is because all the other colors are shining on it, but not the red color. Well, when you go look in the mirror and you look at yourself, you're created in his image. So if you think you're missing a color, don't worry about it. It's Yeshua. You are a piece of him and he's a piece of you. You are made of material from the stars. He loves you. He wants you. Don't you forget that. And when you come face to face with the real world, and the real world is telling you this, that, the other thing, and you feel like your guts are going to fall out of you and like you're going to have diarrhea out your pants, and you don't even know how you're going to have enough strength to stand on your feet, to walk out the door, to get yourself to safety. You remember this one major thing. Yeshua HaMashiach. Yes, Yeshua. He's with you. He's not going to abandon you. And when these people treat you like garbage, and when these people come in demonically oppressed or possessed, trying to affect you, they've got no hold on you. They've got no gain on you. You've got it on them because you are in Yeshua and he's in you. And when you are, whatever happens in this world does not affect you. You're in him. People might say, Holly, I believe in a rapture and we're going to get out of here. Holly, I know you don't. Okay, yeah, you're right, I don't. What I believe is Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh is going to take his hand and put it over us and protect us, lead us, and guide us. And if something to us should happen that is unbecoming, we're still going to love Yeshua HaMashiach. We're still going to be under his hand. We're still going to be under his hand. He's still going to be with us. He's still going to keep us safe. We don't have to worry. We don't have to panic. We don't have to sweat. I understand the guillotines and the FEMA camps and how we all feel about them, but right now, right here, let him just talk to you. Just let him talk to you. I understand this world wants to tell you what it wants to happen to you. And you hear it, so you sell yourself out and say, okay. Don't do that. Yud-Heh-Vav Heh has a plan for you. I really feel like everybody is scared of death like I used to be. You're scared of death because you don't know how it's going to feel. You don't know where you're going to go after. Other people that don't know Yeshua go, oh, Holly, I'm not scared of death. I know exactly where I'm going. I'm not scared of it. I'm really glad you're not scared of the entity of death, and I'm really glad you're not scared of it. But if you had a death experience like I did in the past, and you thought that you were a Christian, and somehow you wind up dead because somebody else attacked you and stole your last living breath from you, they kill you, they murder you, you're dead. Like, when you come back alive, right, from being murdered, dead, whatever, are you... I have to stop, I drew a blank. But are you really going to listen to those people that didn't go through the experience and they're going to tell you how your experience went? Are you really going to listen to people to tell you who you are, what you can and cannot do, and how you should and should not do it? Are you the kind of people that, you're so fucking mind controlled that you can't stand up to anybody? Or are you the type of people that can look at a situation and go, yeah, this upsets me, but I'm not going to fight about it. I'm going to go over here and do Yud-Heh-Vav Heh's will. And when I do his will, I will fight. I lost my whole train of thought. I have to go. I really do. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody for days. Are you kidding me? How do I talk to everybody? How do I tell you it's going to be okay? I can't even finish a sentence. I can't even finish a thought. I can't even... All I can do is be angry, sprung. It's like one moment I'm flying along. I know things aren't right. And then there comes like this transitional period, like the twilight before dawn. And then before you know it, day is sprung. So here I am with my anger sprung. I was doing good, flying below radar, kind of in the twilight, not trying to be there. But then the next thing you know, anger is sprung. Is it a personal defect? Is it an alter? Or it is a spiritual attack? Which is it? And who is wise enough to know? Lily. Lily. Lily, I couldn't do any of this without you. Like, I really couldn't sit here and be okay and talk. Couldn't really. Well, before I met you, I'd run videos like this too. It's just nice to know that when I run videos now that you're with me. I'm sorry I'm not in my chat room. I'm sorry for what I said. I don't know what to do with myself, Lily. Lily, when I get off the video, I'm going to listen to music that I should not listen to. I'm going to take my dog outside for a while. She hates it outside. Oh my goodness, my poor dog is like going crazy. You guys have got no idea what Keeper is going through. Keeper goes outside and she paces back and forth frantically. She can't pee, she can't poop, she can't go anywhere. It's just pavement and sidewalk. And Keeper is like one of these dogs, you know. She goes to the bathroom on the grass. She goes to the bathroom out at the edge of the property. I mean, Keeper is a polite dog, okay? She's not like Misty from North that bites trees, bites people, and barks at the door for no reason, and just blah, 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 blah. Like, no. Keeper, my dog, oh my goodness, she's amazing. But this poor dog, I can't. She goes outside, and I just see her twisting, and she's like, where do I go to the bathroom? Where do I go to the bathroom? I can't go on the pavement. I can't go on the sidewalk, and that's all that's cleared off. And meanwhile, like, there's a couple divots that I dug in the yard for a Keeper to go to the bathroom in, but it's not big enough. She has to walk. She's a bigger dog. Oh, you're going to tell me. You've been telling me. I know. Alright, I'm going to shut down the video. I'm going to let you guys go. Stop! my God, Holly. Oh my God. I can't believe that somebody on Facebook is talking about the elite Illuminati bloodlines. Oh my God, Holly. They're talking about the bloodlines, Holly. Oh my God. They're talking about the elite Illuminati bloodlines, Holly. You know what? Anybody on Facebook that talks about the elite Illuminati bloodlines, oh my goodness, I just love them. Yeah. Meanwhile, jackass, you got somebody standing in front of you face to face. That's a bloodliner. But oh my God, you're just so enthralled about the people that talk about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, this, that, the other thing. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, Holly, I can't believe on Facebook people talked about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and the Illuminati bloodlines. Oh my God, Holly, I've never heard about anybody doing that on the internet talking about the bloodlines. Oh my God, Holly. Good. All right. So, if you're so mesmerized with the bloodlines, could you do me a real big fat fucking favor? Lose my number? Go find theirs. You don't need to talk to me. You're mesmerized by them. Go get them. Debbie, I love you so much. You have got no idea, and I hope to talk to you soon. Dory, I hope to talk to you. I love you. Everybody else, the jury's out on you. You don't like my video? Listen. Go up to your upper right-hand corner of the screen. Sure you got some settings and options. You can say block Holly Baglio anytime you want. And if you think me with widespread fibromyalgia and widespread rheumatoid arthritis is going to shovel jack shit, including my own driveway, you got another thing coming. How about this? How about this? You take care of widows. You take care of orphan children. You take care of people that are lesser than you. And stop giving those people that are lesser than you a hard time. And on that note, if you don't like the video, too bad. And everybody in my chat room, I'm going to reach out to you in a private way. I love you. Susie Q, Def Brad, Debbie, Rin Tin Tin, Esther, Dory, I love you. But, Dory, can we talk? Like, could we just chill and talk? I'd like that. I can't find my little mouse. Here it is. Everybody's like, oh my God, I lost my voice yelling. Yeah, guess what? So did I. And thank God, this time, this day, when I was losing my voice yelling, it was not because somebody was beating me up. It was not because I was in such a situation that I could not get out. This time, I get to tell you exactly what I came out of. The stuff I had to endure. Everybody knows everything else better. Everybody else is better. Well, on this video, my altar's got to speak. If you don't like it, too bad. If they don't call you back, too fucking bad too. I don't care! I come from the dumbs. If you want me to worry about you, when your tax dollars paid for me to be experimented on, exposed to satanic rituals and sacrifices in deep underground military bases, with handlers and programmers of people's names I cannot speak to you right now, and all of a sudden you want me to lay down and worry about your normal life, forgetting that I come from the dumbs, Got another thing coming. Ain't gonna fucking happen. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. The second you get power going to your head, I'm gonna be the first one to remind you that you ain't jack shit compared to Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, Yeshua HaMashiach, and the Holy Spirit. But you can keep rising yourself above it. You can keep pretending that you matter. You can keep making this world what you want. In the end, it all falls away. I'm not of this world. I'm just passing through. You're in it, of it, loving it, and wanting me to get involved with you. Ain't gonna happen. You go have fun with your lottery. You go have fun with your job. You go have fun with your solipsism that you try to convince yourself is the truth. You go have fun with it. You go have fun trying to put me underneath your foot. You go have fun feeling better about yourself, and don't get pissed off at me. I don't pick up the call. I'm focused on Yeshua HaMashiach. Not my fault you're not. And that's kind of like a solid wrap for... Oh my gosh. Holly actually told people how she felt. She exercised Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh's power as strength, authority in her. Oh my God, she can't do that. We've got to get mad at her. Who does Holly Baglio think she is to have some sort of matter in this world? Well, I'll tell you who I think I am. I got a television station and you don't, and here you go. This is who I am in Yeshua's name. Yeshua gave that to me. What did Yeshua give to you? What did Yeshua do for you? How did he bring you out of the darkness? How come you don't love him? How come you have to take everybody else's religious perspectives, put them into one snowball, and say that's Jesus? Who the fuck are you to tell Yeshua HaMashiach who he is in your finite, flawed human terms? And who are you to tell me who I am in him and reprimand me like you are above him when you're not? Just wondering. Just wondering. Who are you? You're not God. I know you raise yourself above him, but you're not him. You're not him. You are not him. Neither am I.